Okay. We are live from Las Vegas.
Man, I was like freaking cracking up watching that Conan video, and I was riding in the car and my wife was driving, and she was just looking at me like, "What the hell are you watching?"
I haven't seen it. Cool. Okay, we are live. Let me post this. Couple places. Copy. Twitter. Bam.
At least now I can play The Witcher and I don't have to pay for it. So if I don't like it, then everything is okay.
Why did you start that thing with your Danny? Danny?
Yeah, I did, and he bought Wolfenstein and The Witcher already. So I'm like, this is sweet.
It's nice when someone else buys games as well. It sucks when you're on your own.
Yeah, it's totally different when the person you game share with actually buys games.
Hey man, don't be rude. Don't do this when we're live, man.
Not being rude, just saying. It works really well when the person you share with buys games. Andrew and I, we try and go 50-50, but yeah, it does me a lot. But fuck, we've got every game in the cinema right now. Well, I think it's 100 games to play at the moment. Fucked up.
I was eyeballing my backlog of shame yesterday and looked at it for a minute, and then my head just dropped, and I'm like, oh, this is just it's not gonna get any smaller anytime soon.
There's a lot to come out. I mean, what we got? Well, you saw Witcher 3, Batman as well. That Batman game looks sick. June 6th or 5th of June, something like that.
Right, so I guess that's the game I will be purchasing.
She might be 27th of June. Something comes out on June 6th, and I have a feeling it's golf. Which is probably not something you're that excited for.
Nah.
Can't say I'm excited for it, but I like golf. Batman's not even on the fucking store yet.
Hey, yeah, they're probably gonna push that shit back again.
No, I think they're pretty ready.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, last time was a couple weeks. There's no way they would do a couple weeks if they were in dire need of some change. So almost done here. I'm almost done. Almost done. What is this? We got some notifications up in here? Up in the page? YouTube page, we got notifications? People actually look at that shit?
I think I'll be playing Tomb Raider tonight.
Yeah, all it takes is a quick glimpse, and I'm suddenly like, Tomb Raider.
So all I've been thinking about since I watched that thing, but I've been trying to finish off Wolfenstein, and then what's the new one called? Bad Blood.
Man, I'm kind of in like a shooter overload right now between all the Destiny.
Alright, hold up, guys. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hey, hold on, man. This is actually like good conversation. You're just wasting it. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I thought it was good conversation.
It wasn't gonna be.
Yeah,
no, it's gonna be even less good.
I'm trying to think, man. Like, my brain fucking shuts down. I'm trying to do all this shit. I have a bunch of tablets open. It's like my brain just shuts down.
I'll be right back.
Okay, as soon as you come back, we'll start.
What the fuck is Splatoon? I have to go look this shit up now, don't I? Can't do it on that page. This is done. How many games have you uncaged and what are they?
Alrighty. Alrighty. You guys got your tidy whities nice and tight?
Oh.
Oh, still waiting for Brink of Extremities. So, Rob, do you live near that golf course?
About a quarter-hour walk away from there.
What's that street that runs off? It had a really cool name.
Devon.
It was like it's like a P or something. I'll tell you right now.
We should have put a disclaimer on last week's show apologizing if you can't understand anything that's being said during the last
dude.
hour or so.
I loved it, man. That was a fun fucking podcast, dude. The funnest.
Oh, because
the name is like Puke Hangy.
Pukahangi.
Pukahangi. Puke Hangy. Puke Hangy Road.
No, it's
That's
moldy
funny.
word.
Okay. Let me know when you guys are ready, man. We could just start right now.
Never ready.
You can start it. What's your name again? Iams. That's the one.
Okay. I'm going to do all this intro shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys ready? Are you guys ready?
Who did this shit last week?
Missing something.
I did it, and then we had Jesus come in and kind of butt in like, hello, and I was like, hello. Yeah, what's up?
Well, on a positive note, I guess we'll have pretty good audio quality this week.
Yeah, we should. Let me turn off my fan right here because that will start getting annoying. Let me know if you can hear my fan in the background.
Not hear nothing. Can
Are
you
you
hear
ready?
my Xbox 360 jet engine in the background?
No.
No.
You ready?
It's the power brick, man. That thing is loud.
Yeah, my cousin has that. His always like burns out or some shit.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready for
No,
this?
still not ready. No. Okay, now I am.
You got two doors into the same room, Brink. How's that work? Is it one?
Oh, the other one's a closet.
Oh, there you go. That explains the gay shit.
Yep.
Hello, 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 boom! Do you like video games? Do you like podcasts? Do you like guys who act like they know shit, but in reality, they actually know nothing, but they still talk about it pretty positively and convincingly at that? You came to the right place. Welcome to the Horrible Gamers podcast. Hello. Welcome to the Horrible Gamers podcast, guys. Episode 52. We are in the building, and we're feeling ourselves. Today is March 9th, 2015. It's basically Mother's Day, but none of us are mothers, so we're all off the hook. Also, yeah. Okay, let's start this over. That was stupid.
Does it work like that? I'm not sure it does.
Let's start it all over.
As long as we're not mothers, we don't have to worry about anything.
Let's start it over.
No, it's too late. It's done. It's ancient history.
Well, you are the editor, so whatever I guess you say goes. So welcome to the Horrible Gamers podcast, guys. This is episode 52, and today is March 9th, and it is basically Mother's Day. That's tomorrow. But like I said, we're all off the hook. You guys come and join our Facebook group. We got some cool new members this week, and yeah, come and join us, man. You can come in there and just say, "Hey, Hook, you smell like shit. I could smell you through the internet, whatever. We're going to pick on these guys because they didn't make the podcast tonight. Also, voicemail, 504-475-4497. Leave us a voicemail, and we will play it. Hit us up on our emails, horriblegamerspodcast@gmail.com. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter @horriblegamers.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more, guys. If you call right now and leave us a voicemail right now, we might actually play it. Guys, people leave us voicemails all the time. We just don't fucking play them because they're not good enough.
There's too many to sort through. You know, we don't have time.
If we get 1 or 2 or 3, we'll play them. But when we get like 20 in one day, my brain shuts down. I shut them off completely. I just hit erase, 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 erase. So the next time we have a week where we get less than 20, I'll play a couple. So, guys, I am Sean. I should have said that way earlier. They call me Iams. That's what they call me. And today I'm joined by 2 guys. The 2 guys who pretty much always show up. Most of the time, these guys are here. The other guys are not because, fuck, I don't know. Today, I'm joined by Brink of Extremities.
Hello, Sean.
Hey, Daniel.
John.
How you doing?
Sean. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing real good. Got a few days off work, catching up on some gaming. Life is good at the moment. Life
is good. Sometimes we get caught up in the stupid mishaps, but in reality, if you really sit back and think about it, I mean, life's good, man. I work nights in parking lots, and I see a lot of homeless people, and see a lot of people have it way, way worse than most people. Most people are blessed, and they don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, and also King of Zed, Mr. Rob, how you doing, man?
Good. Yeah,
Good.
Like you say, life is good, man. It's, times are moving and going well.
Life is awesome. Yeah, life is awesome. That's why we stay distracted and we stay indoors and play games. And I mean, you don't. You go out and walk your dogs and stuff like that. I don't do shit. I mean, my life is this screen and that screen over there, which is my TV. And I have another laptop and a phone and a tablet and a Vita. Screens all day.
Life is so awesome, we like to be distracted from it at least 23 hours a day.
Yeah, you need a break from it. That 1 hour of awesomeness is just too much.
Mm-hmm.
That 1 hour of sleep.
Hey, gaming is part of life. Okay? Gaming is life, bro.
I thought you said something else. That's like,
is this referring to what happened earlier when you broke that? Okay.
Yeah. That's what happened earlier, but keep that on the hush. Keep it on the hush. So, guys, man, I mean, I don't know. How do we get this ball rolling? I totally forget what to do sometimes. When Hook is not here and Jesus is not here, we kind of forget what to do. But, yeah.
We're kind of used to it now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are kind of used to it. Jesus, Hook, all you guys, we have some sad news. Our buddy Tragic 0x will be on the show way less. Could be closer to 0 than 1. We're not sure. He's out doing like some stuff. He's trying to better his life and take care of school, and he moved to a different state, so he's working on his future, and for that we cannot hate. Proud of him, and he is welcome, and we have an open door for Tragic anytime he wants to come on. Unless it's this week, or next week, or the week after. Or anytime this summer. Just, no. That ain't happening.
Yeah, might as well wipe out this whole century, actually. Maybe next century. Yeah.
Tragic, if you want to come after 2020, you're welcome.
Yeah, you can mail us a letter and submit your 3-month notice, and then have to wait for it to get approved by the proper authorities.
Yeah, the proper authorities. So, but you're welcome anytime, Tragic, man. I hope you're listening to this, which I doubt you are, but you might be listening.
Come back to us, Tragic.
Hey, did you guys hear about Tragic? Today we got some...
Tragic, we need legs. We need your legs to look at.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The one time we did that podcast and he podcast from his Xbox and it kept like...
He accidentally showed a leg and got all embarrassed.
No, it was all zooming into his legs like, here's my legs.
Those are my legs. Stop.
Why does the Xbox do that? It zooms into some weird shit. You can't even play on Twitch because it zooms into the ceiling. I swear to God, it just goes
Zooms into
straight
your
to the
crotch.
ceiling. Oh man, yeah, it's weird. It's totally weird like that. But yeah, guys, we got some new community members this week.
You gotta
Mark-
say it like Hook, since Hook's not here.
Mark Connell. Connell? You tell me, Connell or Connell, or if I totally fucked it up, it's neither one of those. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm bad at names. And Robert LaGrecia. Welcome, guys. Robert and Mark, man, welcome. Welcome. I saw Mark, he posted in our Facebook page, which nobody likes or even goes to. He's like, and I posted about the new show, and he said, hey, great show, guys, like always, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, join our group, man. So he joined our group, so he's in there now. But
the other dude, Rob, I work with him. We sling dinosaur juice together. He's a cool dude.
oh, dude, so you let me butcher his last name, and you probably know how to say it?
No, I just call him Rob, man. I don't know. I never say his last name.
It's Robert, though.
It's Rob.
We only have enough room for one Rob, so you're Robert. Hey, Robert, you are Robert.
Okay.
But yeah.
I work with some Robs, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you guys? Okay, let's start off with What do you guys want to talk about? I'm sure we're gonna talk video games, right?
Well, it is a gaming podcast, so we should try that.
I mean, if you want.
It's worked in the past. So.
I thought maybe we'd do something different this week and not talk about games at all, but guess it makes sense if we did.
We could play Rochambeau.
What is that?
Paper, rock, scissors.
Why don't you just say that?
Yeah, who says Rochambeau?
You're trying to be all fancy, like. You're like the stupidest person here. You're trying to be fancy.
Yeah, that's a California thing. I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I am the stupidest person today here, but I'm not the stupidest person. Rochambeau, I thought that's what it's called. Paper, rock, scissors, what the little kids in 5th grade call it when they're, on the playground. Well, what?
No.
Whatever.
They play freeze tag.
Well, whatever. So let's talk some video games. What have you guys been playing this week, man? What have you been playing?
You want to
start with me? I don't ever start.
Yeah, what have you been playing?
Yeah. So I played through Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. Freaking fantastic. Here's my impression. It's like you start up, you're like, holy shit, man, this looks pretty nice. Like I can see the castle in the background. You're going up to the Castle Wolfenstein, and you're getting closer. And you're like, it looks pretty cool. Like the environments look really good. You're just in the car though, and then you get out of the car. You're like, yeah, this looks pretty cool. And then you get inside the castle. Man, the details are there. The details are there, man. It's incredible. I think. Okay, so playing through. Did you play Wolfenstein, Rob?
Yes, I did. I played the straight. I only just finished Wolfenstein on the day before the Old Blood came out.
Okay, did you play the Old Blood?
Yes, I did.
You played all the way through? Okay, you finished it. What about you, Brink? Is he there? He turned his camera off. Maybe he's hiding. I guess he's hiding. Okay, so playing through Wolfenstein, I realized something. What I realized is, why don't all games look this fucking beautiful? Like that game, when you get to like chapter 3 or 4 and you're down in the caves, like the visuals and the environment is so crisp. I mean, the lighting, everything is. It basically looks like a PC game running on. I mean, I have it on my. I'll be like Cook. I have it on my 55-inch TV because I do have a 55-inch TV.
Did you find all the chests?
Dude, no, I didn't find chests, but the game, man, it looks fucking good. Like it looks like a game running on a PC almost. I mean, even on my TV, which is 55-inch, it looks good. Like sometimes when you get things on a real big TV, it starts to lose its like quality. I don't know. Well, not really, but it looks, dude, it looks so good. Like, and then you see a game like this running at 1080p, like full crisp, everything runs great. 60 frames a second. I'm not sure it ever drops. Like it never got any stuttery parts, even when there's a lot of action going on. Why can't? Yeah. Why can't like they act like they can't do it on the Xbox One? I'm playing on the Xbox One. I bought it on the Xbox One, and I'm wondering like why do developers act like they can't get it to those perfect settings?
Who made the game?
That would be the people who made
Bethesda,
Doom, right? Yeah.
Isn't it Bethesda?
Oh yeah, it is Bethesda, but I think it's on the engine. It's the same engine they made Rage with on last gen.
Because I didn't notice a hell of a lot of difference between the original Wolfenstein, not the original, the Wolfenstein, the New Order, and the Old Blood. I didn't notice a hell of a lot of difference between the two, but the thing I did notice is that the Old Blood was just a lot sharper. The entire visuals were just that little bit more sharper than Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein's a very good looking game.
To answer your question earlier, I have not started playing it yet. I plan to probably tomorrow. I just had to wrap something else up first. But the Wolfenstein New Order, that was the previous one, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that came out, and that game, I don't think that one was 1080p 60. I think that one was 1080p 30. So maybe that's why this new one looks a little more sharp. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I remember it came out and it was a big deal that it was on the Xbox and it was actually 1080p. So I expected it to look pretty average because it would be, obviously dumbed down to be able to run 1080p on the Xbox. But then I booted it up and I just couldn't believe how freaking beautiful it was. I spent so much time just staring at the skybox and just looking around, and I couldn't believe the amount of detail. Like, you could walk right up to something and see the detail up close. In many games, you'll walk up and it's just blurry, but you could walk up to a post-it note on the wall in this game and actually read what the hell it says on that post-it note, and it was mind-blowing. That little safe house you eventually find your way to, there's so much detail in that thing, and I could just walk around it for hours just looking around.
Yeah, I did. The first time I went there, I was just amazed at how good it looked. I just walked around that particular, whatever it was, and just looked at everything, because there's always these news clips about how, real world events that happen, but yeah, they put a German twist on it, with the Germans having control of the oil by this point in time. And it was really interesting just walking around and seeing just the very minor things, even going down to and checking out the toilet of all things. It's just the little things in there, the little scratches on the wall and the toilet paper mist from not going in the toilet properly. The little things in that game are amazing, and that continues on into the next one.
Yeah, I just feel like if that game can run in those settings, there's no excuse for any other game. That game doesn't seem to have any less effects going on, any less action. I mean, it's a super action-packed, beautiful, glorious game. And I don't know if they'd work some sort of crazy magic to get it to run as well as it does, but it runs really well.
So when companies come out and say that 1080 isn't possible on Xbox One, we now know that's bullshit. Because Wolfenstein has proven that it is more than doable.
Yeah, dude. I played on my PS4. I played Far Cry 4. I played Metro Last Light and all that, those games. What else did I play? I'm trying to think. I played Killzone. None of those games look as good as the Old Blood, the new one. None of them look that good. I mean, especially when you're in those caves. Everything looks... The only time you see any jagged lines or anything is when you're outside looking at the castle way in the distance, or a mountaintop way in the distance. You can see how it floats across the pixels. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It gets that, but anything you're near, or even not even like medium range, it's crisp, it's smooth, it looks good. It looks like fantastic. I can't believe this game is $20.
I can't believe people are balking and not buying it $20, because this is a $60 game. It's a bargain.
I think it's literally half of what the original game was. I think the original game was like 16 chapters.
Yeah.
So this is 8 chapters. I mean, if you play it on normal difficulty, you're looking at about 8 hours, depending on if you want to, search around and read papers. I don't read that shit. I just.
Does it have the collectible red folders lying around that you got to find? The intel?
No, not in this one. It's just you just got to find, I think, 1 or 2 letters per level, and gold things.
Yeah,
gold blocks.
Gold.
Which I keep missing, so I have to go back and get them. But
no,
nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, nothing is as much. It's not as much collectibles as the original, as the New Order.
The small amount of gameplay I watched, I saw all the same weapons I remember from the last game. Are there new weapons in there, or is it everything just reused?
I think there's 3 new weapons. I can't remember. Was there a sniper gun in Wolfenstein? In the New Order?
Yeah, there was a sniper.
Okay, I never used it. So yeah, still got that. I think there's a sawn-off shotgun, which is pretty cool to use. And there was one other one that seemed new to me, but I can't. It was like a short burst rifle gun.
There's that pistol that shoots the grenades. It looks like a pistol, like a handgun that shoot.
I think there's not a lot of new weapons. Maybe I didn't find them all as well. I kind of raced through the last half of that chapter because it got really fucked up.
I love that this game decided to bring back dual wielding, because for some reason that phased out, and they were like, you know what, fuck that, we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be awesome, and it was.
Yeah, it makes sense in the Wolfenstein. So if you have the assault rifle, you can have 2. You have a handgun, you can have 2. If you have, can you do that with the sniper rifle? I'm not sure.
You can have 2 sniper rifles, but it kind of doesn't make any sense.
Well, I was using the sniper rifle I wasn't even aiming down the scopes as much. I found it easier to just, because it has a cool little like thing on the TV.
On the harder levels, like the medium level and the 2 above it, you kind of need that sniper rifle because you want to be popping people from away. Because if you go charging down like you would in the 2 lower levels, you just get massacred.
Yeah.
So the sniper rifle becomes quite useful on those harder levels.
Are you fighting through Castle Wolfenstein the whole time?
You're sort of under it for the second half of it.
Yeah, there's a little twist too in the second half.
Yeah, the twist absolutely got me. I didn't see that coming at all. I put it up there was that Quentin Tarantino movie, From Dusk Till Dawn, where it starts out all as just a serial killer thing and then goes all fucked up.
Wow.
That's kind of where the twist, the level of the twist.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah, so is this game worth $20? Absolutely. And it's like a 38 gig download, so you'd be down. So it's only a downloadable right now in the U.S. So you'll be downloading 38 gigs, man.
Wow.
Which is close to it's close to what the original game was, probably just like 10 gigs more at the max, or maybe it was the same size.
Yeah.
So
look at it up.
Now, I remember in the New Order, you could complete challenges to unlock new abilities and perks for your character. Did they bring that over to this game?
Yes, same thing. So
yes, that's right. You can. Yep.
Do a bunch of like headshots or something, and then you unlock like upgrade your health. Or I didn't even look at that stuff. I just kind of played it, man. I just played it like a shooter straight through.
So Wolfenstein the New Order is 44.5 gig, and the DLC is 38 gig. So.
Wow, dude, only 5 gigs difference.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Considering how much more New Order it's actually got in it. But, yeah.
So messing with my my Elgato game capture this week, I recorded some of the Wolfenstein, and it takes about 6 gigs just to record 30 minutes of footage. So
yeah, you're recording in 1080, so it's going to be huge.
But it's like more than the game has to have the actual content. It's weird.
It is weird, but it's standard for a 1080. It's a memory burner and size burner. It's probably a way to compress it, but
a Blu-ray disc is what, like, for a decent sized movie is what, like 8 to 12 gigabytes or something?
I say between like 10 and 20, depends. I guess it all depends on which one you get. Some Blu-rays because Blu-ray discs are they 25 gigabytes on a standard Blu-ray, or are they dual? Yeah, because the Xbox and PS4, I believe, have a dual Blu-ray, so you get 50 gigs on it, dual layer. But yeah, so anything else you guys want to say on Wolfenstein?
Buy it. Don't even think about it. It's well worth the effort. I enjoy that game a lot. It's got a different mode in it too, challenges or something, which is quite interesting. I don't remember that being in the Wolfenstein game, the New Order. Was there a challenge mode in New Order?
I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar to me, but I didn't really notice it on this one.
You know, there's a challenge mode where you just basically get dropped into a section of one of the maps, basically, and you've got to survive for a certain amount of time.
Oh, they did that on Metro.
I just wish they did that as a co-op, because that would have been awesome in co-op. That's my only gripe to the game. It needs a co-op option. Kind of looking forward to what they do next with that game. I really would hope they remake the original Wolfenstein. Because I mean, in this game you can, jump, drop, go to your nightmare mode, and go to sleep and go play a level of the old game, the original game.
Hey, isn't that in this game? Isn't that thing where you go into that old school 8-bit or 6?
You do.
I didn't see it.
There's one on each level. So 8 of them in 8 chapters. So you just have to go and find. Basically, there's a bed on every level where you go to sleep, and you go play the old level, and it's cool. That's actually where I noticed how good the graphics were, because when you do that sleep thing, as you're coming out of it, it shows you as your pixelated character, 8-bit pixelated character, and it morphs you into the new. And you sort of see yourself morphing, and you think, oh, that's getting pretty good. And when you think it's at its best, it keeps getting better. And that's kind of when I first noticed just how good looking this game was.
I completely forgot about that Easter egg. I think in the New Order, you went upstairs in the safe house, and there's a little bed, raggedy-looking bed you sleep on.
Yeah.
To get it.
I think there's other areas as well. Maybe there's not. I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to go up there each time you go there, and it's the only. But in the New Blood, there is a bed opportunity in every chapter, as I understand it. I've only found 3 of them so far.
I saw those beds too. I didn't go over and click on it or even see if it meant anything. I didn't know, man. Now I'm gonna have to go play the whole thing again.
In that prologue menu, in the prologue chapter, you wouldn't even think about it, because when you do this thing where you have to go through this barrier arm and show your papers to get through. If you turn around, there's a key on the table behind you. You pick up the key and use it downstairs. You wouldn't even think to do that, because the game's forcing you to follow the story and shoot off somewhere else. And I missed that. I played through it twice and missed it both times, and I was looking for it the second time too. So some of them are quite well hidden. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that I missed all that. And this game also is difficult. Again, it has those parts where it gets pretty tough, and you have to, especially in a stealth area, you have to think about what you're doing, or else you're just gonna end up having the broadcast alarms going off, and everyone's gonna come at you for like an hour and a half.
I just set them off because I like killing Nazis, but there are certain parts of that game where you don't. There are these big beastie things that fucking have these rocket things that are firing at you all the time. There's, I think, 3 or 4 of them on one particular level, and you do need to be quite stealthy to get past them. But that game would be that last boss fight would be brutal on Uber. That would be. I'm picking that as being one of the hardest things to ever do, because that boss fight was damn hard, just on the level below medium, whatever that was. Don't hurt me, I think it was.
Dude, the final boss fight in the New Order was insane.
Yeah, that was. Actually.
I spent the longest time just blasting that dude and couldn't figure out why he was dying. It eventually got to the point where I had to look it up and figure out what exactly I was supposed to do. After wasting an hour just shooting him, dying, shooting him, dying, shooting him, dying, and then I wasn't even doing what I was supposed to do that whole time. So
you had to go up the stairs to that thing, right? Like you had to go up. Was that Wolfenstein where you go up the stairs and there's like a rocket thing over there and you set the rockets off?
No, that's where you're killing the you're not. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think that's the first part of it.
But you're not killing. You're not shooting
down.
the rockets. You're not killing you're shooting something else off to the right, aren't you?
I remember.
I believe there's the blimps or something. You got to shoot the
Yeah,
blimps.
you gotta shoot the
And
blimps.
that's what I didn't realize you had to do. I just kept trying to shoot him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing.
It was so frustrating.
Yeah, you have to go up and hit the rockets, and you set the rockets, and they shoot the blimps. Or no, you get in that you get in that thing where you sit down, and you turn to it, and start shooting it, right? Like a sentry or something.
Turret.
Yep.
I think most people got stuck on that because I once I figured that out, I didn't actually realize you had to go up under him and shoot him up the arse, so to speak.
Yep, it's a really well done shooter, and it's beautiful. Lots of love and care goes into that game.
I don't think the boss in the Bad Blood, New Blood, whatever it's called, is as hard as that particular boss, but I can just imagine it being on the harder levels being damn hard because you're getting shot by the boss thingy and then everything else that turns up as well.
So there's Wolfenstein. We got thumbs up from all of us except for Brink because he hasn't played it yet, but I'm pretty sure next week he'll be talking about it and he'll say thumbs up.
Oh yeah.
Thumbs up.
Is that all you played?
No, let's see what else. I played a couple matches of Mortal Kombat X, still enjoying jumping in there, but I've been getting stuck in some laggy online rooms, so you know, I don't last long. If I'm getting in there, it's all laggy, where to the point where it's like you jump and then it takes a second to actually jump, like. It's bullshit. I seen Jason. I played a guy who was playing Jason Voorhees, and that dude's super slow and he's kind of methodical, like where you have to kind of work. You know, he's slow like he is in the movies. He's got his machete, and he just kind of steps. He doesn't run or he doesn't get crazy. So you have this thing where you can kind of vanish from one side, you kind of disappear, and then you just kind of appear from the other side walking. So it's kind of creepy, man, but. The guy I played beat me. He didn't even do his fatality, so what a chump. What a loss of opportunity, man. If you're playing online, especially if you got a character that not many people have at the moment, you got to be doing those fatalities, especially if you win. You got to show off your moves. I want to see what it was. He did a faction kill.
I was watching a Conan play. The Clueless Gamer was Conan. He did a thing with Mortal Kombat with a couple of Gridiron players from some Gridiron team over in America, and they did a fatality at the end of it. And the big strong dude, he was like some gangster type person. He walked out of the room saying, "Man, that's sick shit."
I think I saw that. Wasn't he a wrestler or a football player or something?
Yeah, he was a football player, big, tough, beefy guy. And there was one. I think it was the Kano who rips your guts out, and you saw you just see their faces drop, and they're like open mouthed and can't believe what they're watching, and the dude just gets up and walks out. I said, "Man, that's sick shit. I'm out." And just if you haven't seen that video clip, go look it up because it's so funny. Just the looks on their faces when some of those fatalities happen is hilarious.
Yeah, those fatalities are crazy. I still like the game. I'm playing it. I'm not playing as much as I was, but I'm still looking forward to playing it every once in a while. I also purchased State of Decay, and at first I didn't like the game, and obviously this game is full of fucking bugs, just glitches, like so many. But dude, it's fun if you know what you're doing in the game. If you understand it, like all I'm doing is switching between characters. I'm going out on these very, very difficult. They're not difficult missions, but the difficult part is you might take a character out that you like because you've been playing with this character for a while, and you just might get attacked by one zombie, and then that character is dead forever. So every time you go out and you go do something, you're trying to be as methodical as possible. You're trying to be sneaky. You don't want to lose that character because it's tense. It's a different way of thinking when you play games.
Yeah, it's quite stressful because you do put a lot of time into these characters, and it's not that you don't want to lose that character, is that you don't want to put all that time back into building up their stats again. But you do need to. It's a person management game. That's what I like to think of it as.
That's what it is. It's a person and resource management game. I'm going out, like, what I really like in this game is going to sound stupid as fuck, but I like getting in a car, going out to some houses, back in the car up to the houses, going in there searching, finding, like, the bundles of stuff or whatever you want to call it, like the big big packs of resources, and then just running them out to the car, throwing a bag in the trunk, going back in the house, getting another bag, coming in there, and then filling up that trunk and then driving it back. Like, for some reason, that's fun to me, dude. It sounds so stupid. It's actually fun. It's tense because when one zombie comes, like, okay, I can take on one zombie. But if you see a horde of zombies, you're like, fuck, dude, you can't have 4 zombies around you. There's no way to beat them off. So you're trying to run. You're running out of stamina. You have to eat food. So you're using like the left on the D-pad or the right on the D-pad to switch through your painkillers, which give you health, or your food, which give you stamina. So you're running out of stamina. You're trying to switch to the food. You're accidentally eating the painkillers, and then your life's going down, but you're accidentally taking this. It's intense, man. Mm-hmm. It's intense because if they get you, you don't respawn. The character's dead. He's not coming back.
And they have a little memorial for you back at the house.
This is the memorial. They go, oh man, it was good, but you can't get too sad and let it destroy you over one death.
I have the same situation. I'll run into a house and grab what I can, and then get back, take all my stuff back. I was doing this one thing, and I forgot that I had the firecrackers on my LB or RB, which you use to eat or whatever. So I thought it was food, so I pushed my RB and I threw these firecrackers. So I thought, well, that's not going to end well. And then more zombies came, and so I flicked across again and brought up a bottle. I thought I could drink that. Turned out that it was a Molotov cocktail. Through that, so now I've got 4 or 5 zombies around me. I'm on fire. So this isn't going to end well. But I managed to get back in the car and race back home. But it's stressful because this particular character who I was doing it to was my most experienced character, and I couldn't afford to lose her. Because it was just going to put me back a couple of hours if I lost her. That's the stressful side of it.
So do zombies still clip through walls like they're not even there?
Oh yeah.
In this one?
Yeah, mostly
you just see an arm come through the wall and you're like, what the fuck?
No. Yeah. You might see half a body. I was watching my roommate play, and it was literally, they were boarding up this house inside, stupid fucking hammer. You just hammer the wall a couple times and boards appear. But there was a zombie on the outside of the window breaking the boards. But he's going around and there's nothing there, and he couldn't hit anything, but the boards kept breaking. You can hear the zombie, but he was invincible. He was completely invincible. And shit like that all day.
Yeah, there's this level where you have to go over to this house with these brothers. So you're boarding up all the windows before the zombies turn up. Door's wide open. So you're spending all the time boarding up the windows, and the zombies come at the windows, but the door's wide open, so all these zombies just walk through the door. So what was the point of boarding up the windows if the door's open? You dumbass fucks. So there's lots of little stupid things like that. I don't think the game's ported across at all well. It doesn't. I can't remember what it looks like on 360, but to me it doesn't look any better.
Does this game have co-op?
No.
I mean, I'm playing on a 720 TV screen at the moment because my TV broke and back in the repair shop. But I don't think it's come across, and I don't think it's looking any better. I don't think it's looking any better than what it did on 360.
They should have made this game and got rid of all these bugs, made it beautiful, and made it co-op.
I don't know, man. I don't think it'd be as intense if you go out with a guy. I don't think it would work well, like because you have that permadeath feature to it. I'm not sure if that would work.
Or they could have 2 modes or something.
Because then they'd probably put in revive, and you don't want that, man. That wouldn't make it tense at all.
Maybe you had to. They could work it in somehow where you had to call in a backup character or something like that.
I usually take a character out with me if I'm going out on a raid. I'll always take someone with me, just so that they get experience as well. But obviously it's going to be computer.
Yeah,
AI.
They could die.
It'd be like DayZ or something.
Yeah, but I don't think it's not really that type of game.
I think it would work well to co-op, but it's a game that you and your co-op person would have to be playing all the time. It's not something you can sort of just put down put an hour into. It's a long-winded game.
I want Dying Light, but more survival-oriented and less like let's just run around hacking zombie to bits with our electrified machetes.
I think a cross between State of Decay and Dying Light would be awesome.
Yeah.
There's some stuff I really do like about State of Decay. What I do like is if you take a car out and you smash it up, you hit a couple zombies, or hit a, like 10, 20 zombies or something, then your engine will start smoking. If you hit a bunch more, and then your engine will actually catch on fire. And then if you hit a couple more, man, you better be out of that vehicle. It's going to explode. But if you leave the car, it's on fire. What the fuck? Let me park it right here. You just park it somewhere. That car will stay there forever in that same spot. There's only a finite amount of cars. Like, you're not getting, there's no extra cars spawning. You just leave a car somewhere, smoking or on fire, and it will stay however you left it, in the condition you left it, forever. Yeah.
So it'll still be smoking and on fire when you come back?
3 or 4 days later. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Can you
constantly
douse it?
No.
Can you do what?
No.
Douse
You
it.
can't douse it.
No, you can't. We can't fix cars, man. Can't do any of that shit.
You can fix cars if you build a workshop back at your house.
Oh.
And you can get the car back and fix the car.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So that becomes quite useful later on.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's kind of hard to figure out what you gotta be paying attention. They're telling you shit all the time, and like if you're not paying attention to what they're saying, like something could be going on. Like you might have, someone's depressed. You have to go talk to them and go, hey, let's go on a walk, and then you'll walk a little bit and you go, hey, let's go kill zombies the old-fashioned way. You'll kill a handful of zombies, and then you go, hey, do you feel better? And like, yeah, I feel better. And like, oh, it's the same lines. One thing it just gets me is they recycle the lines. Every line for everything you do is like recycled. But
pretty much, there's a lot to you could pick this game apart quite easily, and there's a lot to not like about the game. But I really like the underlying aspects of this game, which is a survival game where you have to rely on a team of people to survive, and kind of what would maybe possibly happen in a situation like that in real life. Not that we'd ever have a zombie situation in real life, but it's the sort of stuff that you would probably do.
Yeah, that is true, man. So the stuff that I do like about it is, all this, even though it's all glitchy, it's all that resource management. I don't know why. I usually don't like that kind of stuff, and it's really hard for me to really recommend this game because I don't know who this game's for. I'd say Brink, no, you wouldn't like it. I would say Jesus wouldn't like it either, but he actually says he does like it. Hook, no, definitely not. Hook will not play this game.
He wouldn't have the patience because there's no finish. He's got to be a finish in it. There is probably a finish to the game. I didn't make it the first time around, but.
Oh, can you lose the game? Like, can you get to a point where you can't, like, you run out of people to kill or let die?
I think if you lose someone, they'll respawn a new house somewhere, and you can go and recruit more people. But then you got to spend time on those people building up their stats, because there are levels later in that game where you need people to have certain abilities, and you can't just throw someone who you've spent no time with into some of those levels because they'll just get massacred.
Yeah, I took a guy out to go kill some zombies or something, and he got attacked by zombies and he died, and I was like, fuck, man. I picked up his bag and brought it back.
There's a zombie in that game where you're talking about running around in the car and running zombies over, which is always fun because they explode quite nicely in this game. But there's a zombie in the game who you run into it and your car just stops. It's like, fuck. I tried to run the zombie over and my car just stops. You just run into him and the car stops, fucks your car up. The zombie you pretty much run for your life, because any zombie that stops your car, you don't want to have a piece off.
Yeah, you got to leave the house with the right resources. Every time you go, you got to check your stash, check what you have in your bags, make sure you have enough pills, make sure you have enough food, make sure you have maybe a gun, a weapon in proper working condition.
Yeah, your gun should be your last choice, but you definitely want to have a gun in your sack.
Yeah, you might shoot the gun and it just draws more zombies. So. Oh,
it does. Yeah.
And also, like when you're searching through houses, you can search it. You just hold Y, you search it really slow, or you can hold LB and it searches it really fast. But you have the chance of dropping something and making a lot of noise, and all of a sudden the zombies hear you. So everything is like, it's on a level where they kind of try to be realistic, which I kind of appreciate. So I'll play a little more of that. I only played for about 3 hours so far, but I actually really like the game.
I'll put time into it.
Yeah.
They got a crazy council over there, because I run signs over all the time, and I'll come back 5 minutes later and the sign's back up. So, There's zombie apocalypse going on. There's someone going around replacing the signs. Like, fuck. Really?
Yeah, there's some weird army shit in there too as well, but I haven't got to it. That's it, guys, for me.
Cool.
That's cool. I'm actually not even sure I played Battlefield. If I did, I may have played it on Monday a little bit. Actually, I did play it, yeah. So that's still fun. Hot wire mode. HOTWIRE, hotwire.com. Our sponsors this week.
Yeah, I guess I'll get into what I played. Played a wee bit of Mortal Kombat. Nothing special, just did a couple towers, playing with some different characters, just the bullshit. That game for me is a great palate cleanser when I've had too much shooting. Because, as I was telling you guys earlier, I'm kind of overwhelmed with shooters lately. Definitely itching for something different, which is why I'm looking forward to Witcher 3 coming out now, when I really wasn't before, but now I'm to the point where I just want something different. And I feel like that's something I need right now.
You made a comment earlier on Facebook where you watched the Clueless Gamer version of them playing that game, which deteriorated into basically him wanting sex, but anyway. You did mention that the graphics looked ordinary, and I have to agree that I was a bit surprised at how ordinary that game looked as he played it. That's not what I've seen from that game before. It was a little bit disconcerting because he was playing the 360 version. Sorry, the Xbox One version.
It's just the hype again, you know. We've been reading these articles for like a year now that say how they're working on making this game so beautiful and how it's going to look so amazing, and then you finally see it after a year's worth of hype, and yeah, it just kind of looks like every other game.
Is it Watch Dogs all over?
I don't think it will be. I think in terms of hype, it probably is, but there's substance to this game.
Well, yeah, I just mean in regards to the visual hype.
Right.
Because Watch Dogs was hyped up visually, but
it was.
The game itself, hopefully it's deep and fun and addictive. I could definitely use something to kill Destiny for me, because as far as everything I'm playing right now, I find Destiny to be the most entertaining still. But despite that, I'm still playing other games. Today I just finished my veteran playthrough of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and it had been several months since I played that game, and I forgot how pretty it was, first off, and how much fun that campaign is. It's a great time. It's really well written. Kevin Spacey, I think, is brilliant. It's just the acting in that is phenomenal. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun wrapping that up.
Even with their dead-looking eyes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're dead-looking, but eyes are so hard to get right, and compared to minigames, they did a damn good job. Some of those faces are insanely photorealistic. I think, surprisingly, Kevin Spacey has the deadest eyes of them all. The main character, his buddy, gosh, I'm so bad with names. I literally was just playing this a few hours ago. I can't remember the name. His British buddy, and the black dude who was his commander or whatever when he was in the army.
Yeah,
I think they're all just played brilliantly, and they all look amazing too.
Yeah, I remember the story being so much fun to play through, I should say. There's some cool innovations in that game. I think that's why I was disappointed by their next release just being more of the same. I was hoping for something new and innovative.
Yeah, they just did a lot of things right with this one. There's a bunch of new effects that made it more immersive visually, and the audio. The audio in this is the best audio we've had in any Call of Duty game. It's amazing. The explosions and the little just sounds you hear in the background are done perfectly. The way when you're transitioning from room to room, depending on the size of the room. I know a lot of games say they do it, but in this game it's very noticeable when you're inside a room compared to when you walk out of the room. And the way the sound changes, and it's little things like that that can really immerse me in the game, and I love that. I mean, that's why I game.
Mm-hmm.
I also noticed that that game actually takes place in between 2050 and 2060, I think. So before, when I was bitching about a 10 years into the future Call of Duty, I retract that. because this game was well beyond that. It was 2050s, 2060s, which I think is the exact same time frame as Black Ops 3.
Is it?
So that's interesting. Yeah.
I think
I
the
mean,
bionic stuff in Black Ops 3 looks kind of cool. Like that, how your arm can just turn into a gun. I think that looks.
I'm gonna pick that up just for the single player. I just love the Call of Duty single player. I think it's just a blast. It's a summer action movie. What other game was that just saying that was like that?
Wolf?
Whatever. Nah. But anyways, I played that, and then my weekly 360 adventures, I went to play some Red Faction Guerrilla multiplayer, and I instantly got into a game, surprisingly, but then I lost connection, and then I kept trying to connect to other games, and it wouldn't connect because I have a stupid moderate NAT type on my 360 because my Xbox One hogs the open NAT, and my router refuses to give the 360 the open NAT now. So, yeah, I failed to get into a game. So then I moved on and went to one of my favorite shooters of all time, which is the original Battlefield Bad Company. And I played that, and that's about it for me this week. I did a lot of working, so my game time took a hit.
I like the Bad Company. I like the just the banter between the characters in Bad Company. It's fun.
Yeah, and the destruction in that game is awesome. You can blow anything up. It still looks surprisingly good. I mean, just booting it up earlier, I was like, wow, this still looks pretty good. And there's still lots of people playing it. And what's crazy about that game is there's not even blood and gore. When you shoot somebody, all you see is a little red health bar, and that goes down as you shoot them.
And which one? Bad Company 1?
In the first Bad Company.
When I got Bad Company, the first one, it was a couple of years ago, before I really knew about frame rates and screen tear and all that shit. And I bought it used. It was super cheap, couple bucks at GameStop. And I brought it home and I was playing through it, and it had so much screen tear that I thought the game was broken. So I brought it back to GameStop, and I'm like, there's something wrong with this game. It doesn't run right. It must be scratched. Every time you move, it's all like screwed up. And that was funny, man. I thought I had a broken disc or a warped disc because of that.
That's crazy because that was well before I ever even noticed things like that. And so still to this day, until you said it right now, I don't even recall any screen tear in that game.
Well,
I bet now that you said it, if I played it, I would notice it.
I used to have a Sony TV, like a 60 hertz, and it had screen tear on a lot of shit. Like, it wasn't, I don't know, there's something wrong with it. I got screen tear on the weirdest games, and like even if I hooked a HDMI cord up to my laptop, there'd be constantly this like screen tear, this line that would go through it, like that. Man. And then after a couple minutes, it'd do the same thing. There was something wrong with it just couldn't handle it.
I hope you never played Borderlands pre-sequel on that thing.
Oh, yeah.
That game, all that game is screen tear.
I gave it to my grandma.
They fixed it yet? I take it they haven't fixed it yet. Borderlands pre-sequel.
I haven't even booted it up to see.
I don't even think there is a way to fix it.
Lower the resolution.
Do something.
Something you can actually handle.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good.
How can Borderlands 2 have that kind of issues when something like Wolfenstein just murders it? I don't get that.
And you think from Bethesda it'd be fucking broken, but it's not.
And on top of that, Borderlands 2, in my opinion, is even slightly better looking than the pre-sequel is. And yet there's no screen tear at all.
Yeah. Borderlands
what the hell's up with that?
Looks great.
I don't understand that at all.
Bad optimization, I guess.
I don't understand developing games. I have no idea what goes into it. Just from a consumer's point of view, sometimes it's annoying.
I mean, it's a complicated process. There's no question of that. But the fact that it can be done, and people are releasing things like that. I mean, Assassin's Creed is another one where they released a terrible version of Unity. It's just completely disrespectful to the consumer. putting crap out there expecting us to say thank you.
They should know better by now with the way people scrutinize games. They should know better.
Well, with Assassin's Creed specifically, it's like we have to hit this October November release date for the holiday sales, and it's like maybe they bank on people buying it anyways, But they lost a lot of people's trust. I guarantee you next year's numbers are going to be down.
I won't be buying that game first up. I'll be waiting to see what it comes out like. And I've since Assassin's Creed 2, I've always bought that game as a pre-order. And I won't be doing that again. Unity just completely blew apart my trust towards Ubisoft.
I still haven't played that. When it's as cheap as what's the pirate one?
Play the
$5.
When it's as cheap as that one, I'm totally gonna buy it and try it.
Well, you can get it for $11 all the time.
What, Unity?
Yeah, I've told you before. Remember? I told you Unity was 11 and whatever was like 5, and then you're like, oh, that's a good deal for both those. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh no, I thought it was the pirate one that was 11.
Yeah, or I said you can get the combo pack for like 18 for both games or something.
That's too much.
But yeah, it was $11. It was 11.
18 whole entire dollars.
It was 11. It was $11.75.
Okay.
It's probably worth it. It's probably worth it for that price because there's a lot of game in Unity, a lot of game, and it doesn't have the broken ass shit now. I'd probably like this game a lot more had I not experienced all that broken ass shit.
I hear it's gorgeous, and I'm such a sucker for visuals that I would almost play it just for that.
It's not as good looking as Black Flag.
It's not?
No, Black Flag looks way better, dude.
What? The previous game is better looking? That's not supposed to be a thing.
Everything about Black Flag is better.
I think there's parts of Unity that do look better. I think the city design is stunning. But Black Flag, because Black Flag plays so much better, and
it's also very washed out. Unity, the colors in it are very washed out. The textures are a little washed out.
It's fun in Unity just to walk around the crowd and hear the bullshit conversations going on in the background. Although, granted, most of them are in French, and as I've previously said, the only time they don't speak French is when they need your help. But it's fun just walking around that city. I thought they got the city quite nice, but yeah, the game's been damaged for me because of the bullshit I went through when it first came out.
Yeah, I heard there were some pretty nasty glitches, like game-breaking glitches.
Yeah, the game was broken. And, yeah, we'll see.
It's still my favorite. Either that one or 3. I really liked Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah, Black Flag's my favorite.
Out of the ones I've actually played, I think 2 was probably the best. But I've only played a few of them and very briefly at that. So
yeah. The original 2 was probably the best story. I found Black Flag the most fun game that I've played on the entire series. But that could have just been because Assassin's Creed 3 wasn't the best, and Black Flag kind of gave me hope again. But then they went and fucked it up in Unity.
I was going to say, do you think they would do like a futuristic-y Assassin's Creed? But isn't that basically what the hell's that game where everything's orange? I'm talking about
Deus Ex?
And yeah, isn't that basically the same thing? Future-y Assassin's Creed?
Sort of, I guess.
All they need to do is have him dive off a tower into a stack of hay. And we'll be good.
Did you hear the story, the true story of someone did that in real life? He broke his leg in 4 places. And he thought, well, this is a great idea. I'll go jump into a fucking hay bale shit thingy and broke his leg in 4 places.
Caw! Mommy!
He probably had like a trash bag cape on and everything.
Probably did.
He has a little piece of wood inside his sleeve where he can jolt it out. That's dumb. That's just dumb. Kids, do not jump off. For any reason, don't jump off your roof. For no reason at all. I know when you're young, kids like to do that. Show off to other kids, like, yeah, I'm jumping off the roof of my house. Don't do it.
If you're an adult, because this guy was an adult, if you're that stupid to do it, just do it because you deserve it.
Yeah, no, kids, there is one way you can jump off your roof, and it's if you have an umbrella. You'll be fine. If you have an umbrella, you're good. Jump off as high as you want.
It's a good thing you don't have kids there, Brink. Oh wait, you do.
Oh, they're
Anyway,
dead.
badly.
Go ahead, jump. Make sure you open the umbrella first.
No, open it midair. It's cooler. Slows you down faster.
Yeah. So, yeah. Keep going, man. We're still in your world right now.
You done with your games?
Be inside you right now.
Oh.
Whoa, what's going on? Are you talking to your wife?
Inside your gaming world.
Oh.
What?
Or no, we're still on your.
No, we're not. I've
under
been done
your
a long
umbrella right
time.
No, I don't think so.
All right. We're still on me. I'll just say something random then. So when I was playing Advanced Warfare, I was taking all kinds of screenshots, and I was thinking how bad it sucked balls that you can't share the screenshots online because you couldn't. And so I just took my phone and took pictures of my TV and posted it to our Facebook group saying, "Oh, look how pretty this is," but it doesn't do it justice because it's not the actual screenshot. It's just a photo with my phone camera. And then thank you, Brandon Lloyd, for getting me up to date. He said all you have to do is hit the menu button and click share and then share to OneDrive or Twitter or wherever you want. And I'm like, what? Bullshit. And so I tried it, and yes, indeed, those options are now there. I don't know when they appeared, but they're there now. So if you've been waiting for that and you're listening to this right now, yeah, we can now share our screenshots to the world on the Xbox One. So that's great.
We can?
Did you guys know that?
I never tried to do it, but
Before, literally all you could do was either send one in a message to one of your friends online or share it to your activity feed, and that's it. You could not upload them to OneDrive or anything.
Yeah, I was trying to do that on Ori. I was trying to put it under the Facebook page, and there wasn't that option. Could only do what user said. So yeah, that is a recent change.
I never used it except for a couple. When I was playing Wolfenstein, it took like 3 or 4. It's just it's a pain in the ass to get to it. PS4 is nice. You just click the button once. That's it. Just click it and hit save.
All you do is hit the home button twice and hit Y to save it.
Yeah, but that's a bitch, dude. What if you want to jump in the air and get that perfect shot and you just want to take it? You can't go click, click,
dude,
and click.
Jump in the air, go click, click. You're done. And then if you hit save, it'll save it from when you double clicked, not from that exact moment.
Yeah, the double click, man. I don't like it. That's why I even changed everything on my PC to a single click. No one wants
or
to double
you could
click
jump in there and say, Xbox screenshot.
Oh, you have to count a
That was
screenshot in 5. You wait, 1, 4, 3, 2, and you hit jump.
Ka-ching. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this whole screenshot thing. Suddenly I become like a photographer.
Yeah.
I get into a game and I just want to take pictures of everything, and in real life I don't give a shit. But
dude, when I played
oh my God, look how beautiful that vista is. I'm gonna take a picture of that.
When I played BioShock Infinite, I felt kind of the same way. Like you're playing BioShock Infinite, and all the cutscenes are done in game. It doesn't snap you away to a cutscene. You know, like you can kind of move around while people are talking. I was trying to find that perfect position to position my person, and then whoever they're talking to or whoever's talking to you to make it like it's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm filming a movie right now.
Yeah.
I do that every time someone talked in BioShock Infinite.
Well, that's it for me. About Mr. King of all kings.
King of all kings. Isn't it Triple H? I haven't played a lot this week. Work has been very busy for me, which is new. But anyway, the only other game that I've played that we haven't talked about is the Wolfenstein, the original. Which is no point going into that too much. And I played just today. I played a bit more of Bloodlines, Battlefield.
Okay.
To continuing, got back into the story of that, and that story's still quite fun. It's a well done story.
How long is that campaign? Did you play through it all? No, I'm sure you never even played it, have you?
Nah, I don't play those single players for those type of games.
Why?
I don't like them.
But it's not a cliche single player for this type of game. It's something different.
But so is there like, if there's no leveling up or there's no like challenges to unlock perks, I'm not interested.
It does unlock stuff for multiplayer.
Yeah, there is challenges. You unlock weapons.
I was unlocking a bunch of stuff today for multiplayer.
Wait,
assume so because it came up with those cases and said you've unlocked something. So,
are they good weapons? Because I'll go play it.
I don't know.
In Battlefield 4, the weapons you unlocked were really good. When you played the single player in Battlefield 4, you unlock weapons in the multiplayer that are good.
I didn't
Just
like that single player.
And in 3.
This story's actually it's got some depth to it. It's throwing me all over the place in terms of how it keeps changing direction. I think it's actually changing direction too much. I'm now very confused as to who the good people and who the bad people are.
Okay.
It's a good story. It's well worth playing.
I will. After
I've
Witcher.
played a few.
After Batman. After Witcher and Battleman. So maybe sometime in August.
Yeah, it'll always be there. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. But it's fun though.
Well, now you guys say you can unlock weapons for the multiplayer. I didn't even know that. I mean, yeah, I should do that because, I was playing the multiplayer for forever.
I mean, you've probably played so far into multiplayer now that the weapons that are released in that game probably won't be much use to you. Yeah, I guess. I don't really know how it works, to be honest.
Yeah, I got
some
decent weapons. I got some decents. It's cool. I still like Hardline for what it is, but
I love in Wolfenstein that when you blow someone's head up, it's just awesome. The head actually explodes. You just see it, the head's there, and then you just see blood and shit flying everywhere. So, fuck, I just did that.
The head blowing up technology in that game is superb.
That's outstanding. And then you walk up to that body that you blew the head up off, and his head's missing. And the detail that they've gone into that part. I mean, there's times when you can shoot a guy's leg off, and the guy's lost his leg. And you see arms and legs all over the place. Like most games, when you blow someone up, you don't see limbs hanging about the place. But I remember after one particular level in Wolfenstein, it was just a big massacre, and I had to kill everyone because that's what you do. And I walked around afterwards surveying the damage, and that Blazkowicz guy, whatever his name is, he's a fucking weird dude, man.
It's like the church scene, and what's that movie with the British special ops that just came out recently? You know the church scene with the big massacre?
Yeah, Kingsman?
Yeah, it's like the church scene in Kingsman.
Oh, that was fucking great.
But, you go around and you see arms and legs and bits of head all over the place, and he's still lusting to kill more Nazis. He must have a deep hatred of these Nazis.
Oh,
you should see a shrink about it.
Blazkowicz is awesome.
He is. He's a seriously sick dude, but awesome at the same time.
I love the fact that he even looks Aryan. It's kind of ironic.
Hmm. Did he look like that in the original game? I'm trying to remember. I have a memory of him having black hair in the very, very original Wolfenstein, but maybe that is still the same look.
I think so.
But if they ever make this into a movie, John Cena is the person for that role. Not that he can act, but he just looks exactly like him.
Yeah, that would be good. They could bleach his hair a little bit, make it just a little lighter.
Could do. But he would be a dead ringer. He's got that kind of look and crazy strength about him. And the movie will probably suck with him as the lead character, but hey.
James Cameron presents Wolfenstein.
Then it just get all too fucking arty-farty, and people in blue would start coming out of the fucking woodwork, and it'd get weird.
Yeah.
But that's all I have played this week. It's been a tough week, but I've still kept my achievement run going. I'm almost up to 100 days now, and I hit 70,000k yesterday, or 70k yesterday. I was quite happy with that.
Man.
It took me like on Xbox 360 in the first year of one, I maybe got to 50,000, and it took me 5 or 6 years to achieve. And in the last year and a bit, just under a year, I've done 20,000k, 20k, just under a year. It's weird. Don't know what happened.
Man, all of a sudden, much respect to you. As soon as I get to that one achievement that involves a lot of time and grinding, I'm like, nah, can't do it.
I don't chase many of the grinding ones, and I don't chase a lot of 100%, but there's the occasional game where you've got so much enjoyment out of it that it's actually fun grinding away at it. I mean, Far Cry 4 was that for me. It was a game that it was easy to do on because it was so much fun to play that game.
Yeah, the best thing is when you finish a game and then you check your achievements and see you've almost completed it.
Mm. That forces you to keep going because you just have to get those extra bits in. It's just stupid to be at 95% or whatever. It's like, that's just dumb. Let's just do it. Although I am at that on Sleeping Dogs, and there's just no way I'm going to get back to that.
There's no way you're going to get back to the game?
Yeah, the 2 or 3 achievements that I have to get for that are particularly difficult. Not hugely difficult, but just time consuming, and one basically involves me having to drive around the city randomly to find this random event. There's no particular way to make it happen. I can't be asked with that.
They just ask too much sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know
some
that?
Some of the achievements on Wolfenstein are fucking crazy.
Do you remember that one on a Halo where you had to do it at exactly midnight, the jump like crater?
They still have ones like that.
Yeah, they have weird timed ones like that.
But you can go into your settings. At least on 360, you can go in. You can disable your internet and just change the time to whatever you want it to be. That way, you can just do it that way. But
which Halo was that? Was that 3?
I don't remember. It might have been Reach, 3, 4. It was either 1, 2, 3, 4, or Reach. Or ODST. It's one of those.
Okay. Or the new one that's coming out?
No, it wasn't that one. For sure, it wasn't that one. It wasn't 5.
I mean, Batman Arkham City had something similar. One every month. It was like some particular holiday for a month. You had to go down and talk to this one particular person. One day of every month, and to get the achievement, you had to do it for the whole year.
What?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, God. For what? For 20 points? You're like, blink, you 5 gamer score. You're like, fuck you, man.
It was 360, so it was probably 5 points.
Yeah, I even like Crisis is like come back. I think it was Crisis, like come back 6 months later and play again, or something like from the day you started. We're something weird like that. I think that was Crisis.
I popped something like that on Mass Effect the other day. I was playing Mass Effect with Brink, I think, and an achievement popped up for coming back to play again after. I'm sure it was something like that because it was really random.
Yeah, I'm looking at Halo 3 right now, and it was called VidMaster Challenges. And this one says, after 9/25/08, complete Halo on 4-player Legendary live co-op with Iron and everyone in Ghosts.
Fuck that. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's beyond stupid. It's just... Oh, why do they do that? They do that to annoy achievement hunters.
I hate when you fully complete a game, you get every achievement done, it feels great, and then DLC comes out and 8 more achievements. And you're like, oh, hell no. And then it just feels incomplete again.
Yeah, I've done that with Far Cry 4, and I haven't gone back to 100%. It's not even hard to go back and get these achievements. I just haven't been able to go back to that game for some reason.
Yeah, that happened for me with Call of Duty World at War. I got 1,445 gamer score, and then DLC came out, and there were like 4 more achievements that I had to get, and I was like, I just can't.
Yeah, I don't play games for achievements, but I'd still achievement hunt when I get the opportunity.
You know, when you're kind of feeling down on the game, it's kind of something you can do to add a little something to it, make it a little more interesting.
Or
for that achievement.
It does make the game a bit more life.
Or playing a game like Tomb Raider, where like you're like, okay, I really, really love this game. I know it's, the game's not super long. I mean, it's a good length for single player, but it's like, okay, if I go for these achievements, I'll slow my progress. Get another 5 hours out of the game. Just from doing like shoot the grenade out of that one guy's, shoot a grenade out of the air. So you find an area where people are throwing grenades at you. You just keep trying to shoot them out of the air, and if you can't hit them, you just die and respawn and keep trying that area, like over and over or something.
Yep.
I don't chase them unless it's a shorter game. If it's a game I really love or it's a shorter game, I don't chase achievements on anything open world. I don't know. I just don't.
What really makes a game good is when you will play it again, even though there's no achievements to get.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a damn good game.
I don't think I even have a game like that.
Let me know when one exists.
Well, that's what I'm doing with Tomb Raider right now.
Yeah, I think pinball for me. I don't play that game for achievements. I just play it because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, you and Scott Clark would get along. He loves pinball too. He was very disappointed you weren't on last week.
He wanted to hear that sexy voice, man.
Yeah, dude. He said he was listening, man.
Someone mentioned something to me the other day that someone said I had a sexy South African voice. What the fuck?
Yeah. He didn't say South African. Oh, that was Scott, dude. Last week was a lot of fun with Scott, and me and Hook and him could have literally gone 3 hours after the podcast ended, but we thought 3 hours was long enough. We actually went so far that our podcast thing was like 2.5 gigs, and Brink had a hard time downloading it.
Yeah, if anybody listened to the show in its entirety last week, I'm surprised they made it out alive.
It was fun, man. I drank one beer. Those guys, man, it was fun, dude. Scott, dude, if you hear this, dude, yeah, it was a fun time, and I'd love to have you on sometime in the future. And then you can hear Rob's sexy voice sometime, and maybe you guys can talk the boring ass pinball you guys play, and why you guys play it. So boring.
It's fun for like 5 minutes.
No, I'm just kidding. Pinball is fun. Pinball's fun. I like pinball. I'm not good at it, and when the ball goes directly down the middle, I just get pissed.
Well, if you weren't so crap at it, it wouldn't go straight down the middle. That's what it boils down to.
That's true. You know what I like to do is just keep the flipper up so the ball just stays there. So I play way longer games. I just let it sit there forever. 2-3 minutes, and then I drop it and go, beep, and then on the next flipper, I'll let the ball go and I'll just hold it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's rigged, man, because every time I play pinball, the damn ball falls right in between the two flippers where I can't hit the damn thing, no matter how many times I hit the damn buttons, and they're flapping all over the place. The ball just falls right down the middle perfectly.
You gotta shake it.
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Shake it.
Yeah, you can shake it, but the reason it's going down the middle is because you're maybe not hitting it right in the first place.
Well, I'm just happy to have hit it.
That's what I said to you last time.
Right, at least I hit the thing.
The key to that game is catching the ball. Catching it on your flipper, like Iams was just saying, and not necessarily holding it there for 2 minutes, but then aiming your shot, and eventually you get good at it. Is just a thing. I mean, I'm sure the first time you picked up Battlefield, you were pretty crap at it too, but over time you got better.
I play pinball how many noobs would play fighting games. I just mash buttons and hope that I hit the damn ball. He's like, I'm like, oh yeah, I can't miss it, and then it falls right down the middle.
Or you get a rhythm between.
I try not to use the flippers too much, because if you're using the flippers all the time, then the ball's going to go down the middle at some point.
Yeah, see, this is all the advice you can give us. You know, you can give this to us before we play it. I don't get it.
You cannot use flippers? What is there, like friggin' lasers and jetpacks and stuff? What am I missing?
No, it's not that you don't use the flippers, it's that you try not to use them too much.
So you just hit it, and you're so damn good, the ball just bounces around for 12 minutes.
No,
like you go have a smoke, you go walk the dog, take a shit, and then come back, and your ball's finally falling back down.
Usually that's how it works, yeah.
Man.
It's just about hitting it in the right spot and then capturing the ball again. You should never live hit the ball, unless you got yourself into a position where you have to just smack the crap out of the ball, like multi-ball's madness.
I'm doing it wrong because I'll hit mine up, it'll bounce off one thing and come right back down, and then fall down the middle.
Yeah, that's just a practice thing. You've got to hit your ramps and your targets. If you miss the ramp by a little bit, there's a good chance it's going to come straight back at you right down the middle.
And then I'll somehow get some extra ball out of nowhere, and I'll be super happy about that. But then it's gone.
They've released a couple of new tables lately, actually, and there's a new table for... Oh, crap, I've forgotten what the name is now. What's that? Portal.
Glad I'm not the only one.
Portal is that game, Portal 2. Everyone remembers that game?
I bet that is cool.
That game's coming end of this month or beginning of next month. And it's supposed to be using all the same sound effects and voices from the original game.
I'm sure they'll do some Star Wars ones too.
Oh, there are hundreds already. Well, not hundreds, but they've just released a new Star Wars one earlier this month, which is okay. And there was another new one too, which I forget what it was. There's a South Park couple of tables. They're fun. But all the voices are fake, so it's not the real voices, but they're not too
Down,
bad.
down, 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 down.
Yep, that's in it.
Friendly faces everywhere. So yeah, there's some cool tables, but I don't know. Something doesn't grab me. I wish I had a pinball thing in my room. I wish I had like a pinball table in my room that like it transformed into a bed. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just kind of
A
fold
race
it.
car bed.
A race car bed. How'd you know I have it? Can you see that in the background?
I had a race car bed when I was a kid. It was red. Thing
I
was
did.
awesome.
My mom gave us a box to draw whatever you want on it. It could be a race car, it could be a choo-choo train, it could be a plane if you damn well want it. Here's a marker, play. So we never drew on that. We just drew on the walls.
I was just lucky to have a mattress. No mattress? Oh, floor again tonight? Jeez, Mum. Happy Mother's Day.
All right, guys. Let's talk about a couple things. Let's go through this. I know you guys are tired, especially Brink. Brink's crazy dude. He lives the crazy life.
It's 3:30 in the afternoon over here. I'm not fucking tired at all. What are you talking about?
Oh well, Brink's
Yeah. Crazy work schedule, man.
crazy. So I know we talked a little bit about this recently, but Tony Hawk 5, that's official and coming this year. They talked about that.
That's pretty cool news.
Yeah. So according to the interview, like, it's going to go back to the roots of the Pro Skater series, and most of the mechanics, but they're going to add some new things like power-ups, and then there's also the ability to shoot projectiles in some missions.
Yeah, that was weird. They
They're
say they're going to get back to the basics of skateboarding, and then they come in the very next line they say there'll be projectile shooting. So,
maybe a mission like, here's a mission you go on, you do some crazy shit like a Sunset Overdrive. You know what I mean? They might go on a mission, just do a bunch of weird shit. Maybe it's like that.
Sure.
I hope the whole game don't have projectiles. That just seems weird. But after playing Sunset, dude, I'm looking forward to Tony Hawk like a lot. A lot.
I remember I can't remember what it was. I played a little bit of Tony Hawk, and a couple of them had story modes, and the story modes are a little weird. So I kind of hope they don't do that. I'm not sure how they'll do it.
I played the shit out of one of the Tony Hawks on my PSP. That was pretty cool.
There was one that had a really cool story mode to it, but then the next one was just sucked balls. It was a shit house.
I only played the first two, and then the one on the PSP. So I haven't played any of those downhills.
Tony Hawk Underground? That was a game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that was the story one that I hated. But the one before that was kind of cool, where you were sort of a wannabe skater coming up through the ranks and having to get to the top or something.
Oh, isn't that Skate? Wasn't Skate's story like that?
No, I've never played Skate. I've only ever played Tony Hawk. So. Well, maybe it was. I don't know. There's so many games. It's all a big blur to me back in those days. So
yeah, that's coming, and hopefully it does come out this year. I'll be looking forward to that. I'm not sure if it's going to be a full game, like a $60 game, or if it's going to be less. I'm actually just not sure.
Yeah, by the sounds of it, it's going to be a full price game. They're putting a bit of effort into it.
Yeah.
Haven't they got like some big names in the skateboarding world involved in it?
Yeah, they always have they always seem to have like the names of the current skaters and stuff.
All they need, they just need to stick to what's good and throw some really amazing music in there, and people will love it.
But who are the pro skaters right now? I used to love skateboarding, and now I don't follow it. Is there still like pro skaters? Are people still doing skateboarding like they used to? I have no idea.
I think it's all part of X Games now, isn't it? It's kind of, they follow that circuit more than their own thing.
Street skating was huge, man, for like forever, man. It's weird.
Well, look at how rich Tony Hawk is. It's kind of, he came up through that boom period of skateboarding, and now he does all right, doesn't he? He's got a nice house and car and stuff.
Oh yeah, he does.
I think it kind of just got swept away with the internet, I guess. It kind of got lost in all the other media we have instant access to nowadays.
I think X Games kind of took over as well. X Games just became the big thing, where it's more than just skateboarding. It was all sort of extreme sports.
Yeah.
So my thing back in the day is all my friends, we skated, we hung out at the park. We didn't have skate parks really in the Bay Area. The area that I lived in at the time we didn't. So we just hung out at the parks and we just waxed the shit out of curbs and always got kicked out of places by security. And then we'd go home, we'd hang out, we'd play we'd play 007 on the 64. 4-player split screen, and then you're like, "Why are you looking at my screen? Why are you looking at my screen?" You always get pissed off and accuse people looking at your screen. And we watched skate videos, man. Skating was fucking popular. For hours and hours, and watch skate videos. They always put the best hip hop songs in skate videos. Oh, it was the time.
You get all pumped up, be like, "Man, I'm gonna go grind that rail. I'm gonna grind it. You get there, I'm doing it." And you get up to it, you're like, "Oh, let's just wax the shit out of that curve over there. Let's go grind on that."
that little curve that I don't even need the ollie to get into a nose slide. I just gotta turn into it.
Anytime I got on a skateboard, within about 5 seconds, the skateboard was about 5 meters down the road, and I'm flat on my back, thinking, "No, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go play rugby."
Dude, I used to skate with pro skaters back in the day, like Steve Caballero and stuff. Skate with those dudes all the time, man. Those guys would just come, like we'd just be skating, and then the pro skaters would come in, like Caballero and a bunch of his buddies, and they'd just come in and do all the crazy shit. They'd be fucking ollieing and kick flipping over like entire picnic benches. We're trying to go up the curbs, and they're coming kick flipping over picnic benches. I'm no joke, dude. Like over a fucking picnic bench with the benches and the tabletop, like the whole thing. I was like, I couldn't even jump over that. Dude. You guys are crazy.
I never understood how anybody could ollie that high.
I don't get it, man. It's weird.
How the fuck do you bring the board with you, man? I could get it like a foot, maybe a foot, max. But to ollie over a picnic bench, come on. It's
fucking wizardry, man. Wizardry. Okay, so yep, there it is, Tony Hawk, man, coming this year, hopefully. Yeah! And Nintendo is also doing some theme park rides at Universal Studios. I think it's kind of cool. Or Universal theme parks.
Did you guys hear about the theme park in China or somewhere where they simulate you being cremated?
Well, that sounds like fun.
Apparently, it's a huge tourist attraction. You get inside of a coffin, and it simulates you being cremated. Like you feel the heat and see the light, and then it's drawing people from all over the world. Apparently,
in a theme park, like a family.
Yes, in a theme park. Yeah.
Every time I want to be in a coffin is going to be in a time when I will never know that I'm in the coffin. Fuck that.
I don't give a shit about knowing what it feels like to be cremated. Why is that even a thing? Who thought that was a great idea? I mean, it apparently is because people are spending money, but fuck.
I know one day I'm going to die, but I don't particularly want to live it before I do it.
Yeah.
That's weird. Do they have like a smell thing in there so you smell like your hair burning and shit?
Oh, gosh.
Like that gnat.
They should.
That's crazy. So then, the Nintendo thing, way better idea. Way better idea. I'd like to see some Nintendo stuff in a theme park. I don't know what they're gonna do, but there'll be a lot of.
Fucking annoying.
Bumper cars where you can shoot turtle shells and drop banana peels.
Oh, that would be sick. They just give you a hand. They give you a handful. You just chuck them at each other. Flap, bitch.
Yeah, real life Donkey Kong would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have that in that movie, that Pixels movie or whatever it's called. Have you seen that? Have you seen a preview for that?
Yeah.
Heard about it.
Yeah, watch the preview. There's a big part where like there's a big Donkey Kong, pixelated Donkey Kong throwing barrels at him.
Shouldn't Nintendo focus on the product?
That's true.
The last company that tried to become a big theme park was Lego, and they just about went bust. They just about ruined themselves.
You guys wait, this E3 Nintendo first 4K console, all kinds of P's. There's so many P's, it's going to blow your mind. I'm going to have all the third-party games on there and their first-party games. It's going to end the world.
4K 360p.
It's going to be called the Nintendo Wiener.
Nintendo Life. It will be your life.
Yeah.
You will not need life after this. It'll be it.
So,
Yeah.
but Nintendo actually this year was the first time they showed annual profits in years. So,
I still don't know how they make a profit. They must be
know.
huge in Japan. I mean, Japan must just buy everything 3-4 times over. Everybody, every single person. Maybe it's law. You have to go buy a product 3 times so that they can survive.
3 times.
How many people do you know in real life who have a Nintendo Wii U?
I know no one other than, well, you don't even have one anymore, do you, Iams?
I do. I had the Wii U.
Oh, you do? Okay, so I know one person.
I don't even know anyone who knows anyone other than Imes, and that doesn't count because that's not real life.
Okay, check us out. Check us out. The company reported net sales of 549.7 billion yen, which is about 4.6 billion US dollars, with 75.4% consisting of overseas sales.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's good. That sounds like bullshit. I mean, I guess the Wii's kind of popular for kids, I suppose. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it's 3DS. 3DS.
Kids just want to blow people's heads off in Wolfenstein. They don't give a shit about Nintendo anymore.
It's 3DS, dude. 3DSs were, and the Wii, the Nintendo eShop. I know a lot of people buying those old Nintendo games. But fuck, I don't know, man. I wouldn't think that this was real, but it's real.
I just don't understand how they make money. Maybe they're just running an extremely well organized drug ring in behind the scenes somewhere.
Okay, so that's Nintendo as a whole. Let's speak of another moneymaker. Okay, EA net revenue for 2015 tops. Take a guess. This is just one company.
They $6 billion.
No, it's a little less than that. 4.3 billion.
Oh, that's kind of close.
4.3 billion. That's just for EA, dude. That's just like, you know what I mean? You're talking about Nintendo right there. Nintendo was a 4.6. That's for Nintendo as a whole. All their systems, all their consoles, all their games. This is just EA.
EA have their hands. Yeah, EA have their hands in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. They do. They have mobile games.
I'd like to see the breakdown because I mean, outside of basketball, they pretty much own the sporting business.
Okay. Well, EA reported net revenue of 4.3 billion US dollars for its fiscal year. Over half of that revenue, 2.2 billion, came from digital products. Yeah, came from digital products. The revenue of digital products saw an increase of 25% year over year. Full game downloads, mobile, and subscriptions helped increase digital revenue, but the lion's share belonged to the category extra content, which saw revenue in Q4 for 265 million. So 265 million. Maybe that's like all the like DLC and microtransactions.
Microtransactions, which is the
Super
only
Turbo pre-order editions.
No, yeah, dude.
Imagine they make a bit of money out of EA Access.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people who signed. There's a lot of people who signed up to that, like me, who just can't be asked unsigning up for it.
I mean, EA has just got some big hitters. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Battlefield, Dragon Age, Mass Effect.
I mean, when Mass Effect comes out, it's just going to double their profits. They're going to make huge amounts of money out of that. Yeah, like you said, they got some big franchises. Yeah, I mean, the golf game that comes out in June will be huge for them. There's a lot of people out there who like playing console golf.
EA, it's in the game.
And no, Madden. Like, if you're a Madden player, you're gonna buy it every year regardless, even though you just
buy it. Madden and FIFA are probably the two biggest earners in terms of single titles.
Yeah. So that's that. That's EA just raking in the cash, man, like dead leaves falling from a tree, just raking into a pile. Gimme.
Be interesting to see how Ubisoft do, because those guys have their hands in quite a few projects as well.
Yeah, but they've been taking some hits on some games too that have been coming out in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, that's why I'd be interested just to see in comparison.
But same with EA. I mean, they did The Sims, right? And people are just hating The Sims lately.
Well, they just about ruined SimCity.
Yeah, that was bullshit, man. I don't even play Sims, and I heard so much about that. Just like that was that like when it first started coming, where you had to be always online on a game, and you couldn't play off the servers, and
The
everyone's
SimCity,
like,
the
why?
SimCity release was a huge disaster for them, and that game alone got them voted as the worst company out there, which is probably accurate to be honest, because the attitude was shithouse.
That's funny, man. I mean, over Comcast or what? Like, Comcast is bullshit, man. I have.
It is ironic, isn't it, that this company that is doing so amazingly well is also being voted the worst company out there?
I guess that's why, man. I guess it's you could. That's how we know that gamers are the biggest complainers, man. You know, when I had Comcast come out, I always had problems with my my last router. I had one of those Comcast routers, so I went and bought a new one. I plugged it in. I was checking my speeds, and I'm getting like 50 download, and I was checking online to see what I'm supposed to be getting, and I guess Comcast doubled it to 105 recently. So I had them come out.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be 105 for everybody now. So they came out, and the guy was telling me that that the gamers are the biggest complainers when it comes to like the internet.
It's just fucked up. Mm-hmm.
The guy was totally cool. His like roommate game stuff, but he was just saying like, other than that, people just deal with it. Most people just use the internet. But it's like we have NAT issues, man. So fuck Comcast, man. They gave me this brand. Oh, we got this brand new router. It's called the X3. So they plug it in. He checks the speeds on his phone. He downloads the app on his phone and checks it with the phone right up next to it. And he was getting like 120 download. That's the only time I seen that shit. He left. Has not done it since, man. And we couldn't get onto both of our Xboxes. Our NAT type was strict and moderate. My roommate couldn't even play Netflix, so we returned that shit. Like,
you know what somebody needs to do right now that would just be brilliant is they need to come out with a gaming focused router.
Oh, they have
and
them.
Sell and slash modem and just sell it like that, advertise it like that for the gamers. No more strict nats like blah 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 blah. This is for the gamers, and do that. You said they have those already?
Yeah, they have ones that are like they're expensive, man, but they have ones that basically advertise on it for like gaming, like I think, dude. But they should just have a gaming package. Like this one costs $100, but it's focused for gaming. You're uploading, downloading, and it's more stable. I mean, who needs the big speeds besides gamers?
It's such a pain in the ass. Like, we have these consoles that need to be online at all times, and we have so much issues with being online. Just like when I was saying earlier, my 360 can't be OpenNAT now because my Xbox One is OpenNAT. And my router refuses to give my 360 the OpenNAT. And it's like, why is that? Why in this day and age is that such an issue? Can we really not develop a workaround for that? It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and it's part of the reason why the internet blew up when Microsoft came out and said you have to be online all the time, because people know that their internet is so unstable, and we're not quite ready for it just yet. I mean, over here in New Zealand, I don't have any of the issues that you guys have. I never have OpenNet issues. I mean, my speed here is around 100 Mbps.
Holy crap.
I don't have any of the issues that you guys have. I mean, whenever I host our show, it usually goes pretty well. And I'm on the other side of the world to you guys, so I don't understand. It's baffling to me that America, the so-called Uber country, can't get their fucking internet sorted out.
It's congested, dude. Everybody. I mean, in my apartments, if I check the Wi-Fi, on my computer right now, if I click like, check for a Wi-Fi thing. I mean, there's like one, dude. There's a list, man. It goes down for it's forever, man. It just goes down forever. You see, one guy's name is Fangbanger. I'm looking at it right now.
Over in America, you could pretty much live in an apartment complex and never have to pay for your internet because there'll be some dumbass living close to you who doesn't lock it, and you just tap into it and use it.
Yeah, I wonder if anybody here does that.
Yeah, I bet you'll find someone.
You know what's weird though is my neighbors. I get more better signal than I do. You know what I mean? Like they're full bars, and mine will be like down on the list, but only 3 bars, and it's like 10 feet away.
Yeah, you should just connect to it. See if you can connect to it. You'll probably find someone who's not locked, and you get free internet. They'll never know. They'll find your IP address, but if they, complain about it, then you might get yourself into some trouble.
Yeah, we pay for it. I mean, it's just why does the internet give so much problems? See, I don't even understand. So if we got a bunch of shit running, like 2 Xbox Ones running on it, we got TVs, we got computers. I mean, all this stuff. How much speed do you really need to run everything well? I mean, especially with gaming, because I know when you're gaming, if you're downloading a game and you're trying to play a game at the same time, I mean, how much bandwidth is being used? A lot.
First off, it's funny that you mentioned your neighbors. You get a better connection to your neighbors because I experienced that same thing. I'm getting better connection to my neighbors 3 or 4 doors down than I'm getting to my freaking router upstairs. And that blows my mind because I have, in quotations, the best router you can buy right now. And my internet is rated for 30 down. I'm lucky to get half that. It is terrible. I lag in every game I ever play. I can never get a solid green connection. And I remember just a few years ago, you had 6 megabytes down, and you were God. Everybody else is running around with 1 or 2 megabytes down. You had 6, and you were the king. And now I have 30, and I can't keep up.
Who do you have, dude? Is it Comcast?
No, I have Charter. Charter cable.
Charter internet speed. Charter speed. Internet speed. I want to see what you're supposed to have. What package do you have? Oh, it says 60. It says unmatched speed starts at 60 across all family internet enabled devices.
Well, there must be a strain on the network somewhere because I mean there must be a lot of companies over there in the States. I imagine. I mean we have, off the top of my head, I can think of 10 here in New Zealand alone who are doing internet providing. I don't understand why our speeds are so much better. I mean, our speeds are far and above Australia. Australia is capped by their government. They refuse to uncap it, so they restrict them at a certain speed, which I think is around 30 or something like that.
I mean, no offense or anything, but I'm not gonna lie. When I picture New Zealand, I picture you guys riding a bicycle to crank up your internet, hitting like dial-up speeds.
And it probably was like that for a while, but no, our current government have put a lot of money into increasing our internet because we're so far away from everything. New Zealand is we're quite separated from the rest of the main part of the world, so they've to allow us to have good business here in New Zealand and be able to trade around the world. They've really upped our internet speeds and put a lot of effort into ensuring that every house has access to fibre. And it's made a huge difference to our speeds. And it's a government who's kind of forward-thinking our future because in the future, the business world will be run through the internet. You'll be able to do pretty much everything, do your business dealings and everything. You'll have your meetings. People just have a computer, and your boardroom will be your living room, kind of thing.
I mean, look at what we're doing right now. We're talking to you in New Zealand in real time without a delay or anything. It's insane.
Exactly, and that's. And the government saw that kind of thing as really important to the growth of New Zealand. And we're only 3 million people over here, and we punch above our weight in pretty much everything we do, because we have forward-thinking governments. And a lot of the people over here complain about our forward-thinking government, but I think they do great things.
I think I read that in 8 years or something like that the internet will get to a point where it's so congested that it just will stop working, basically, until we can figure out a way to expand it.
That's true, man. I mean, right now, on the average, any minute of the average day in my house, I got 2 TVs running off there's 3 TVs running off the Wi-Fi. I got my laptop, so there's 2 laptops, 1 PC, 2 Xbox Ones, and then if the PS4s, if those are running all the time too as well, right? So I mean, that's in one apartment. That's average. Plus we got the Wii U's, plus we got the 360, PS3, tablets. Add all that shit in there. I mean,
yeah. Nowadays, even the 4th graders have cell phones that are connecting to Wi-Fi. That's insane.
You just look at the development of cell phones on their own. I mean, we are all now walking around with personal PCs in our pocket that are far more powerful than anything from 10, 20 years ago.
Oh yeah,
It's crazy.
far
Man.
more.
The fact that you have the internet, you have access to information at your fingertips. And
My
the way
cell
the world
phone right
evolves.
now is literally more powerful than the laptop I'm using this to talk to you guys right now.
Mm.
By quite a bit. It's more powerful.
I'd probably say my Galaxy is the same now. It's probably maybe on par with my current PC, maybe a little bit more powerful. And then it's madness. I mean, to think you have so much power at your fingers is madness.
Yeah, my phone's garbage, man. So I still have the S3, and it's such bad shape. I'm not upgrading either. I'm not gonna lose my unlimited data, man. I use so much data, it's not worth
Buy
it.
out a
Dude.
contract, dude.
I know, but I don't want to. I could buy out. Yeah, but where
It's
where
worth
would I
it,
go?
man. Just get on Craigslist or something, or get on Amazon and find a good deal.
Yeah. See, you can buy phones for like $600 out the door, but I don't want to spend that, dude. Well, I could spend a lot. I could buy. It's just a phone, man. It's just like I do use it a lot, but it's just a phone. I mean,
Yeah, but it's also your connection to the world, Facebook and us, and
all that runs
gaming
good.
news and everything.
All that runs good. I mean, when I'm texting, sometimes it gets stuck. Like I do the swipe, so you swipe to make a word, and then the line will just go in, and it'll just stay there for like come on, put the word in, come on, then the word will appear.
Turns it into like nutsack or something.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with what you were trying to say.
Yeah, so if you guys see a lot of wrong words in my text, because sometimes I'm not worried about going back and doing it again.
Your phone does toy a lot. You'll be like, "Hey, toy, what are you toy? Are we gonna toy a show tonight?"
It's
It's like, what the hell?
because I use swipe, dude. I use the swipe, so I don't have to pick my finger up. I hate it.
Yeah. I only upgraded my phone because work gave it to me. I mean,
Wait, you got the S5?
S4.
S4.
That's
I would have never. I would have never moved from my Nokia Windows phone. I miss my Windows phone, but it was just unrealistic having two phones in my pocket all the time. It was stupid. So I just migrated across.
Those X6s, man, look good.
They do look good. I mean,
Nice.
our Open Learning Centre, they all got brand new phones, and they got whatever the brand new Samsung out there is, and they are sweet looking phones.
Samsung
I got the
came out of
HTC
nowhere.
One M8, and it's a beast.
HTC's been like putting out quality shit for a while, but Samsung just kind of started hitting with the good phones. You know what I mean? They started barely like becoming popular, I think.
Their Galaxies are great, but Samsung across the board have made massive advancements. Their TVs are fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I bought that one TV. I didn't like it.
I've been installing them in all sorts of places. So the LGs and the Samsungs are, for me, their TVs are fantastic.
Samsung, they may not use the best materials, but their displays are phenomenal.
Yeah, and they're always fast. I mean, and the LG as well. The LG Smart 60-inch I installed the other day. I was amazed at just how fast the smart TV functionality works. I mean, something on Panasonic, the functionality on the Panasonics was hopeless, and Sony are just dreadful all across the board. But the LGs and the Samsungs, their TVs are sweet.
I'm done with LG, man. They burned me twice hard. I had the worst phone I ever had was an LG, and the worst TV I ever had was an LG. So I just, even if their products are better, I can't. I don't know. You know
Would you have an LG chocolate or something?
I had the LG Revolution.
Hmm.
Garbage, man. That phone was.
I love my LG TV, man. I love it.
Yeah, I bought an LG TV that had the worst motion blur ever. Ever. It was so bad on anything you watched, no matter how good, or even if you played a game that was in 60 frames, it would still be fucked up. So, yeah, I would never. I just couldn't go back. It just they burned that bridge for me. I'm not saying their products aren't good. I just, you know what I mean.
I may just be used to it. I have a tendency to just, when it comes to TVs, I buy kind of just on the below average spectrum, because I hate spending a bunch of money on them. So I may just be used to it, to be honest with you.
I always buy the last year's model, but my Panasonic was doing just fine, and the backlight started flickering, and I just kept turning the backlight volume down, I suppose. And eventually it just got too dark. I couldn't see the TV, so I had to return it. And I assume they're either fixing it or giving me a new one. But for now, I'm on my 720 TV. It's not much fun.
Yeah, I only just upgraded to 1080p like a year ago. Before that, for 3 or 4 years, I had a Samsung 720p TV LCD that I loved. And then I just recently got that 1080p LG LED TV.
It's quite
which
a
I also
change.
love.
Yeah, it's a massive change, right? Because I mean, I did the same thing, going from 720. I never understood this whole 1080 debate, and then I got it to 1080p, and I was like, oh, there's a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know what you mean, man. I was playing on that 13-inch little CRT TV, and I bought my first 37-inch flat screen LCD 1080, and one of the first games I played was like Fallout 3, and I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? This is amazing.
Yeah.
I still didn't get far in that game.
I watched the movie Back to the Future, which is a movie I know inside out, and I watched that on Blu-ray and on my 1080 TV, and the difference in quality picture was just amazing. I was like, fuck, you could actually read the sign on the dog tin in that first opening scene of Back to the Future 1. You could read the writing on the dog tin. I was like, fuck, really?
You know, it's now that you mention that, one of the biggest things for me is if you can put just a regular old DVD player into your 1080p TV and how good that picture quality is from that sub HD picture, how good the quality is that it's displayed on your TV is everything for me, because I have a lot of old DVDs I like to watch, and my old Samsung, the way it would make those old DVDs look was just disgusting. I mean, just like super pixely and gross looking, but my LG, it up-reses them really nice, and it just makes them look almost HD even, just real smooth, and that's one of my favorite things about it.
You know what, dude? I had it on the YouTube link right now, and I was watching that, and it was you talking. I see the picture of you on there, but you stopped talking, but then on your thing it kept going, so I was like waiting. I thought you kind of paused out. That didn't happen. So speaking of the TVs, man, they might be adding a DVR to the Xbox One. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys play TV through there or no?
I don't.
Well, like connecting to a TV on my TV to watch TV on my TV.
But it's got, well, if you don't have a DVR, man, I think it's gonna have a 30-minute buffer. So if you want to walk away and come back and rewind live TV, you'll be able to do that through your Xbox One.
No, that's cool, man. That's really cool.
It is cool, but it's not going to be a thing for us over here. We don't even get TV on Xbox over here.
You can also do it. There's going to be I think there's going to be a little adapter where you can do like antenna TV through your Xbox One, and you'll be able to rewind that as well. So.
I wish I had cable. I would totally try that out.
Yeah, I don't have. I kind of do. Actually, my parents have Xfinity, like they have their Xfinity service, and then I have my mom's sign-in name and all that stuff, so I could watch it on my PC. Anything she's subscribed to on hers, I could watch it. She has a pretty good list, and now they just added live TV to the PC, so I can go on here and watch live TV on my laptop now. I mean, on my computer, just like as if I was watching TV at like her house, which is cool, and that's free.
It's not free. It's just free to you.
It's free.
I just rely on Netflix. Netflix is my
go-to.
go-to.
Haven't tried the HDMI pass-through. Have you guys? I still have not.
No.
For what?
The HDMI pass-through on your Xbox One.
So I can play my PS4 through my Xbox One.
Yeah.
I play I use my 360 through my Xbox One. Works just fine.
Does it? There's not latency?
Nope. Never noticed anything. I mean, no, nothing.
I want to try this new screen mirroring dealie, so because I have an emulator on my Windows phone and I've got a bunch of old Sega games. I want to try mirroring that. Do I need to download an app, a specific app on my console?
No, what you do is you have you do. It's called shit. I forget what it's called. But then you find your screen mirroring on your phone. The only problem is there's a huge delay, dude.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's like
huge?
It's more than a full second, I'd say.
So no Halo Spartan Assault.
No. You could do it so people around you could see your game. I mean, but no, you couldn't play. It's too much of a delay. It's huge, dude. It's at least a full second.
Because they've released an app for your computer called Project My Phone, and you can project your Windows Phone to your Windows PC. And I've mirrored Spartan Assault on there. I've mirrored my emulators, and they all work really good with virtually no latency whatsoever. I can stream movies off of YouTube, do it like that. Hopefully that's something they will fix, because it's kind of important to not have that latency unless you're just streaming movies and that kind of thing.
Well, I don't. I was streaming my PC to my Xbox One, and there was that delay. But also when I do the screen mirroring from my PC to my smart TV, there's a big delay. So it could be my computer that has the delay. I don't know. You might want to test it out. It could be different for you. It could be my computer that sends out the projection delay. I didn't try it on my phone to my Xbox.
Yeah, that's interesting.
There's a lot of apps coming to Xbox One.
Yeah,
Wasn't
as
there
much
an
as
article?
Yeah, apparently when Xbox One gets Windows 10 this fall, it's going to get hundreds of new apps, just straight up Windows 10 apps, which is so cool. It's going to be a PC. It's going to be a PC console. Like, that is awesome.
Fucking Metro screen too. Great.
Yeah, but you think once you have 100 different apps running on your Xbox that it's going to start slowing your Xbox down?
Yeah, that's my concern. Is what's it going to do to the resource? And, have they got the resource management sorted?
It'll be just like now, where if you have more than 2 apps open, it'll start closing them. That's what it does now.
Let's say some of those apps are like social media apps or other kinds of apps where they're running in the background constantly. Do you think that that's going to start just fucking up the stability of it?
They'll probably have an app switcher where you can close out apps just like on Windows Phone, or
like a task killer.
Yeah, something like that.
I hate that shit. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do their tests and release a good product. I mean, Microsoft tend to be okay. They'll fuck things up. I'm sure they'll.
Yeah, they tend to fuck things up, I think. You know what they do though? They fuck things up, but then they fix it. So.
Yeah, but when they're fixing it, they tend to break a whole bunch of other shit, and we'll see.
A lot of people have issues with the preview program, which I'm in. I never have any issues. I haven't had any yet.
Me either.
I assumed that I wasn't even in the program because I've never had an issue, and all these people talking about the Xbox One being toast and having to send it back to get it repaired and whatnot. I just assumed I wasn't even in it, but apparently I am because I'm getting all the updates. I've never had a problem.
My Xbox One has done nothing but get better and better ever since I bought it.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, as much as people say the PS4 is a better gaming console, they're not doing much different. I mean, they added that game sharing, I mean, that I've not used it, but it's such a badass idea. But they're not doing a whole lot. Xbox is like moving forward constantly.
What Xbox are doing is that they're getting the console to the point that they were going to release it last year.
Yeah, it's like this right now. It's like launch day. What they kind of seem like.
I mean, they've slowly slipped in always online because you practically have to be always online now. They've just done it in a smarter way as opposed to telling us at the front at the beginning you're going to be always online. Now we are always online. We just kind of forgotten that we're always online.
They tricked us. They tricked
pretty much. They got what they wanted, and we got what we wanted.
What was that thing you showed me, Brink? What was that picture of that thing? Like it's like, oh, the console has to be always online.
Thing? Yeah.
It's built around it. It's not like flipping a switch. It's like flip switch.
You can't just flip the switch. Flips the switch.
That was the Kinect thing. We can't have it without it. It's built around the Kinect. It revolves on the Kinect. The Kinect is the main source, and then it's like, don't need Kinect anymore.
Yeah. I mean, there was the huge thing with DRM. That's what everyone was freaked out about. DRM. Always online DRM. And yeah, that definitely went away.
They just put in game sharing, so you can share your console with someone else and effectively have free games, and everyone forgot about all the other shit. It's like, oh, wait, I can have a free game?
Yes, but there is DRM if you console share. As soon as that internet goes out, you cannot play the games that you've purchased that is on your home console, which is at their house now. But you go offline, you can play their games that they've
Yeah.
purchased.
So you just have to, whoever you're game sharing with, make sure you're doing a fair 50-50 split, and
Yeah.
they buy some of the games that you want, and you buy some of the games that they want, and then everyone wins.
Yeah, it's
Until they
amazing.
Turn it off completely one
They
day.
effectively do game sharing, and it's great.
Now, what I'm wondering is, do you think, what I'm hoping is the PS4 will add somewhere where you can add an external hard drive. Could you imagine if you bought the 500 gig PS4 and there's no opportunities to get a bigger hard drive? I mean, I just swapped mine out for a 2 terabyte. That's a pain in the ass, dude. It takes hours to do that. And you got to go through all kinds of tricky shit and start all over because you have to start over with a brand new formatted hard drive, so you have to download everything again. I mean, you can't even add. You can't even
It
add
just sounds painful.
What in the hell were they thinking?
I know.
Releasing a console, a 500 gigabyte console with no external hard drive? That's ludicrous.
The
and
day
people
one
don't even
games
give a shit.
The day one
They
games
still-
are like 50 gigs, man, most of them.
They still take diarrhea shits all over the Xbox, over everything, but it's like that's not even mentioned. That's a big-ass deal. You have to literally take apart your console to increase the hard drive space,
sort of.
and that's a problem.
You just push down and slide the thing off, and then you just pull the hard drive out. Very
Well,
easy.
that's
Aren't
intimidating.
you breaking,
People
aren't you
who-
breaking warranty
No,
by doing that?
they suggest that you do that. They highly
They suggest that you go into your PlayStation.
not
Are you for
suggest.
real? That does not void your warranty.
No, it doesn't. They made a big deal about how everyone should be able to do it. I'm looking for the word right now. It's not coming in my head. I have a big ass brain fart. Not suggest. They highly support you changing out your hard drive.
Okay. Well, while you're pushing down and sliding your console in half or whatever the fuck, I just plug mine into the USB drive and then it instantly works.
Yes. Okay, but what you
How-
gotta do is you slide that out. You slide the thing that comes off the hard drive's right there. 2 little screws. You pull that out, and then you put the new hard drive in the new case. You have to make sure you buy the right one. If you don't buy the right size, if you don't get the right one, then it's not going to work. And then when you get that and you push it back in, you have to do this thing where you hold down the thing for 7 seconds, wait for it to beep twice, goes into safe mode. You have to plug the controller in there, and you have
For the love of God.
Yeah, then you have to go through all the steps again that you do when you first buy the PS4, and you also have to go online. You have to put the newest firmware update on a flash drive, and there's many of them that look the same. I was doing it for like an hour, and I had the wrong one. It has to be the right one, and you have to take that, put that in your PS4, and you have to update it from the flash drive.
Where'd you just say how quick and easy it was?
Meanwhile,
It gave me like 12 different steps.
I said it was a pain in the ass. I said to open
meanwhile,
it.
Xbox One owners, they just go out and buy a new hard drive, put it on a USB thing, slap it on the back of their Xbox, and they still have the original hard drive, and they don't have to do any of that. Or
True.
PC people just.
So
Yeah.
you ditch
Why
your
you-
original hard drive when you
No.
do that?
I did the easy way. To buy a 2.5 laptop drive, it's more expensive than a 3.5. So I bought a 2 terabyte external one, and I very carefully pried it open, pulled that out. I put the old hard drive back in there, hooked that back up, and formatted that. So I have an external 500 gigabyte external, and then I give that to my cousin.
Okay, let's say you're doing this and you're very carefully prying some shit open, but you fuck it up. You're
Well,
saying Sony will replace that for you?
No. No, the hard drive is not under. You void the hard drive warranty the moment you don't have to do that.
Oh,
I did
you're
it
talking
because-
about the hard drive. I
Yeah,
thought you
yeah,
were talking about
No.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I did that because it was about $30 cheaper to buy an external hard drive than it is to just buy a naked hard drive. So I bought it that way.
Came naked. So.
Well, just a bare hard drive. You know what I mean? It was so
I got a
it
bare
actually
hard drive.
it costs less to get it with the external parts. So I did that so I can hook the old hard drive back into that case, close it up, and then now I have 500 gigabyte external hard drive.
I think I would, rather than go PlayStation way, if I was giving up on Xbox, I would just go to PC, because that just sounds horrible.
Yeah,
All
and I will
everything
be
you
there.
just said. I think I
Why
would
did
just.
they do that?
I'm dishing all the consoles tomorrow, so just let you guys know. No more consoles.
Didn't they say external hard drive support was coming soon, like 2 years ago?
I don't know,
You would
dude.
think that would be something that would be fairly. I mean, they should have built that in to begin with.
True, very true. Very fucking true. Like that's insane
I mean,
to think.
yeah, I will fully admit that it is better than the Xbox in many ways, but that in itself is a big deal, and that is it's stupid.
I would love to compare the digital game purchases between the Xbox and the PS4, knowing that when people purchase games for the PS4, they're gonna have to be deleting a lot. I bet you a lot less digital games are sold.
Yeah,
Mm.
that very well could be.
I mean, because for me, if anything was digital, I'd been buying it on the Xbox because I had an external hard drive. So either if it was Child of Light, if it was this new Wolfenstein game, if it's anything digital, I bought it on the Xbox because I had way more space.
Yeah. I don't know. It just sounds awkward. I mean,
Yeah, it's
PlayStation's a really nice console, and they've done a lot of things really well. But it seems some of the things they haven't thought through very well.
So yeah, that's that, dude. That is that. Let's not talk about this because I'm gonna get real pissed. I have my controller. You see this? You see that crack right there? I've been going like this for 20 minutes. Yeah. So hopefully they change that. You guys want to get into some community stuff?
I was just going to say one other thing on the PC stuff. PC games are so much cheaper. I mean, I'm seriously considering next time around just buying a PC rig once this console cycle ends.
Hey, did you see that stuff about Batman? You see that Batman pre-order?
That's
$35.
exactly what I was referring to. $30 for the brand new Arkham Forever,
Night.
whatever the fuck it's called. Night, okay. And yes, that's awesome. I'd
$35.
buy it. If that's going to be a standard price for games on PC, I'm considering jumping to ship now.
That was a weird deal. That was you get the game and the season pass. For us to buy the season pass, it's $5 more than they get it all.
I know.
The Witcher has been on sale for $40 for.
I've been seeing that. Yeah.
I saw some Mortal Kombat X the day it came out. There was a bunch for like $16.99.
And it's Steam and good old games. They do such amazing specials and deals all the time. I'm so tempted just to go down the gaming rig thing. It's been on my mind for the last couple of months now.
If you buy that new NVIDIA 960 or 970 or whatever, you actually get The Witcher 3 and Batman with it.
That's crazy, man.
But it's like $400 for that graphics card. And The Witcher 3 is fuck. You need a high powered you're gonna need like a super rig, dude, to run Witcher 3. All these PC gamers are probably going, you don't need it that bad. Nah, you need it, man. You need a pretty damn good graphics card to run it.
I do want to see Witcher 3 on PC. That looks so cool. And GTA 5 looks amazing on PC.
Speaking of, while we're on the news, can we get into something a little controversial? I want to hear your guys' opinion on this.
We don't do controversy, do we?
There was the news article this week stating how suddenly digital rape is a big thing, and in Grand Theft Auto, apparently people are creating these mods and going around and raping other people's characters, which is, they're saying, just as serious as real-life rape. And I'd like to hear your opinion on this. I read the article, I watched the video, and in the video I watched, a fully clothed character ran up behind another fully clothed character and kind of just air humped behind him. I don't know, like a foot away, just kind of humped the air a little bit and then ran off.
Well, there's one.
I'm thinking that is not rape, but
it's sick.
I did Google it. I went on YouTube and I Googled Grand Theft Auto rape mod, whatever, and I did find a video of a naked ass old man with a beer belly running around with a big old donkey dick, and he would run up behind people's characters, punch them. When they fell on the ground, he would like get on top of them and hump them. He was naked. They have no way of taking the clothes off of your character, so they basically dry hump you through your clothes, which still to me is not rape, but I can sort of see a little better where people are coming from. But to me, it's kind of all ridiculous. It's Grand Theft Auto. I mean, you're running around shooting innocent people. You're going to strip clubs. touching booties when the bouncer's not looking, that type of thing. It kind of all falls into the same category for me. What do you guys think?
I think rape's a bit harsh, but I think it's pretty sick. And the people that are creating that.
But is it rape?
It's not rape. No, I wouldn't call it rape. I think it's going a bit too far, but it's pretty sick. And the people who are creating these things need to be banned and just.
Yeah.
And they're never going to stop it. I mean, it's a problem on PC gaming is that kind of thing is just going to go on. It sucks, and you'll find that it's some snotty-nosed, zip-faced 12-year-old being a dick.
Yeah, I agree. It's going too far, but it's not rape. It's not the guy walks up to you, rips your clothes off, and sticks it in your butt and humps you. Rape. It's the guy. Yeah, sometimes he might be naked and he will hump you through your clothes, and the animation is terrible, mind you. It looks like shit.
Yep.
Like he sort of just clips through your body. But I mean, we have a tendency to take things to the extreme instantly, and so now we just went straight to rape. It's full blown real life rape. That's what's happening in this video game. Full blown real life rape.
It's how it's being presented, but in that news article, and when you're using that particular word, it's a harsh word to use, and to be throwing out there as random, well, not randomly, as they have. The cop person that they interviewed never used the word rape, I don't think. Did he? I can't remember. I don't think he did. But he was basically saying sexual demeanor or something like that. But he wouldn't use the word. I don't think he used the word rape himself.
Yeah. What do you think, man?
I don't even want to talk about it.
No?
Well, it's too controversial for me to get into it because do I think it's funny? I think it's funny as fuck, dude. I watch those videos. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious, the animations. I think it's funny when you have the dog raping somebody. I think it's funny. Do I see it from the other point of view where that's like going too far? And it's yes, I do. I see how it depends on who. I would say if there was kids in there, but why would a kid be in there playing GTA? I mean, if you're playing GTA, you're fucking murdering people. You're blowing them up. You're killing hookers. You're getting blowjobs. If you're playing Mortal Kombat, you're ripping people's guts out and eating them, or ripping their hearts out. I mean, like, if you're playing these type of games, I mean, they look for anything to focus on. I don't really know, dude. I mean, is it going too far? I don't know. It's funny, dude. The videos I saw were fucking hilarious. I'm just gonna say that. If that's too controversial for me to say, then I'm sorry. I'll take it back. But if it's not, then
it's not, dude. We are who we are. We're allowed to have our own opinions. If you don't like it, go the fuck home. I mean, look, the video I watched, these dudes are playing as a crew in Grand Theft Auto, and one of the guys keeps getting hit and knocked over by something that's invisible, and he's like, oh my god, you guys, what's happening? I don't know, I got hit by something, and all of a sudden, this naked old man just appears right in front of him. He's got this big old donkey dick just hanging out, and he hits him again, he falls over, and he freaking starts air humping him, and I tried my hardest not to laugh, but I kind of laughed, and I was like, it's kind of funny. I mean, it's as wrong as some people may think that is. It's kind of funny. But look, man, you're going Lifetime, man. You're watching Lifetime originals. You're watching movies all day about women getting raped, and that's okay. But as soon as it happens in a video game, all of a sudden it's the most controversial thing that ever happened. Destroy all video games. Video games are Satan. Kill them all.
Well, the girl always gets
on Lifetime all day long.
Yeah, the girl gets her revenge though in Lifetime.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. You can get revenge too. Kill the guy who just rape modded.
Do I think the act of rape is funny? No, not even 0%. It is not funny. Murder is not funny at all. If you've ever had somebody get hit by a hit and run, like say you know somebody, say you have a cousin got hit by a hit and run, they took off, you never caught the guy, but your cousin's dead. That sucks. I mean, every time you see someone getting hit in a video game, is it going to traumatize you? I mean, that's why I didn't want to talk about it. I think I just dug myself in a hole. It's not funny. Rape is not funny.
People need to talk about this, dude. Otherwise, it's not going to change.
GTA's
funny.
It
needs to be talked about.
Of all the things to be worried about in GTA 5, I don't think dry humping someone is on top of that list.
That's literally all it is. You're dry humping someone. There's not rape.
That's on a console game, so it wasn't even a PC mod. That was like a PS3 mod. Somebody modded a PS3 game.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, to make it clear, you guys, I do not think it's funny at all. I think GTA is funny, and everything that happens in GTA is funny. So whatever happens in GTA stays in GTA. All right.
And the environment that it's being created, it is mildly funny, but it's just dumb as well.
It's dumb. I mean, the dog humping, how down the dog was like humping the person.
Who hasn't been dry humped by a dog? That's what they do.
I've been wet humped by a dog.
It's funny.
Man.
Have you ever seen a dog dry hump somebody? That shit is hilarious.
You ever let the dog finish? That's even funnier.
Seeing a crazy old man dry hump somebody is also hilarious. I'm sorry. I can't help it. If it was rape, it probably wouldn't be so funny to me. If that crazy old man went up to him, ripped his clothes off, and vividly raped him, I would not be into that. That would not be funny. I would still say it's just a video game, and there's a difference. But I would definitely take it much more seriously and be like, I don't want to watch it. Like it's not for me.
No,
that's a completely different thing.
I love horror movies, but there's a couple horror movies that have really intense rape scenes, and it makes me
spit on your grave.
Yo, dude, that movie is very uncomfortable.
It is. I love that movie. Just because she gets revenge. I mean, does that make it okay though? Just because she gets revenge, it's okay. We watched her vividly get raped. I mean, where do we draw the line?
It all probably spawned from like guys playing online, and every time you get like someone owns you in a game, it's like you just got raped, or if you own somebody else, like, oh, you just raped this guy. That's just the way it probably is. So some guy probably thought it was thought it was funny to make. Oh, let's just make a real rape mod. Is it? I don't even know. It's not even rape. It's just somebody humping somebody else.
It's not rape, dude.
It's the wrong use of
gamed at all, and competitively, you know about teabagging. It's part of the gaming culture, man. Go play Destiny right now. I guarantee the very first game of Crucible you get in, you're gonna get teabagged. That's it, because it's just like, I just owned you. Now I'm gonna air hump your dead body, and it's funny, and it's supposed to be a joke. Stop being so damn serious. We need to learn the difference. I mean, that's small potatoes. We got bigger fish to fry than these video games where people are air humping other people. It seems stupid to me. We got bigger shit going on.
There are way bigger issues to be looking at. I mean,
you know what's even funnier though? Is somebody in Battlefield can snipe you, and then from the moment you die, it shows them on their cam. You know what they're doing, so they can literally teabag you from the other side of the map.
I've seen it. Trust me.
It's like they're just like, and you're watching them for a sec, because they know you're watching, so they're just like.
You know what's worse than Destiny? You can dance. So they will kill you, and it does that same exact cam where it zooms to what they're doing. They will teabag, dance. Teabag, dance. It's the ultimate.
It's not funny, Brink, dude. It's not funny. You're going too far, dude. Too far, too soon. Too far, bro. This is not. No, but seriously, none of us think it's funny.
No, we think it's funny. We just don't call it rape.
Yeah, if you or somebody you know has been raped, that's some serious shit, and that is not funny. Absolutely not funny. If that has happened to you and you're playing GTA and it brings back like memories and trauma, this brings back old trauma, that's totally understandable. I'd say don't play GTA at all because GTA is full of violent, crazy.
GTA is violence. It's a game based on killing people. I mean, what do you expect? People are going to do dumbass shit.
They blame these games for real-world violence, and they say it desensitizes us, and it makes us think the violence is okay. Well, look, there are all these videos out there right now that I love, for instance, playing Wolfenstein and exploding people's heads. But I could go right now and watch a video of ISIS cutting somebody's head off, but I do not want to. It disgusts me. It's horrible. I refuse to even be in the same room as somebody watching it. But I've been playing these violent video games all my life. So how do you explain that? Am I desensitized? No, I'm not desensitized. I know the difference. I know what's real and what's not real. It's not the same damn thing. It's just not.
Did you watch that video that I posted with all the baby chickens in the meat grinder? That's so fucked up. There's like a pile of live baby chickens.
That's too much.
And then it's like you just hit the switch and it's like, bzzz, and they're gone, man. They just grind up, man. Like that's gross. That's real life shit though. They do that shit.
we need to learn the difference between reality and non-reality.
We
Yes,
talked
some
about
people
this.
are more susceptible, but the majority of people know the difference, and it's not going to make you desensitized. It's stupid. We need to blame other things besides video games.
Yeah, there are plenty of other problems to be working on. That shouldn't be at the top of the list.
So just one more time to make it clear, it is not funny. I do not think it's funny. I just think
I
GTA
think
is
it's hilarious. I don't think it's that funny. But
I just think GTA is funny. And
teabagging is funny. Rape is not funny.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what it is. There's nothing funny about rape, and that word should not be coming into that particular conversation.
It's very controversial. That's why I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole, but I'm here, and just for the last time, I'll make it very clear.
And look, we're not going to judge you. We're completely understanding, and we're open to these topics. So if you'd like to send us your opinion, post something in our group, I'm certainly very open to it, and I want to learn from other people. I want to know how they think about these things. So please, if you have something to say, say it. If you hate us for saying the things we said tonight, say it.
You know, as gamers, we have to protect what we love to do. We can't just let people go out there and bash, see something like that and bash what we do. It's not right.
Exactly.
Go after Fast and Furious. They just made how much did they make? $1.5 billion in 2 weeks. Go after them. I bet you there's all kinds of look at how many accidents are after that. So just go after that shit. People are crazy.
Maybe it's wrong, but when I first read that article, literally the first thing that popped in my head was, oh my god, my gaming. What's going to happen to my gaming? Are they going to try and take it away from me? Because all of a sudden there's this big rape controversy? I don't want that to happen. And that's not the only reason I'm defending it the way I am. It's just because that's how I feel about it, but it's obviously a big deal to me. It's my favorite hobby. It's what I do. I love gaming. I don't want to lose it because some people interpret teabagging as full-blown real-life rape.
Very true. So there's bigger issues to be focused on. I mean, cops are killing civilians. Why don't you go focus on that for a bit?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I'm glad we all got that out there, and let's move on.
Now it's very awkward. Now I feel like...
Thanks for listening to the Horrible Gamers podcast. What if we ended it on that note? Just shut it down.
Do you guys want to do some community questions?
Community questions.
Community stuff. We miss you, Hook, man. You need to be on the podcast. Last week I was like, go ahead, do it. And Poke's like, what? He didn't even want to do his rap or anything, man. Crazy.
He still doesn't know why we do that. whenever we do that, he looks at us. What the fuck are you guys doing?
What do you mean?
He's got...
Okay. Let's play this voicemail from Matt White. Thanks, Matt White. Let's play your voicemail.
What? We got a voicemail?
What up, guys? This is Matt White. I just want to say hello. Thank you for everything you guys do. You guys are amazingly awesome and awesomely amazing. I like what you guys do. Keep it up. Brink, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jim, thanks for the shout out. Everybody else, thank you very much. Guys, have a great time, a great week playing games, and I'll see you next time.
I think I have another one from him. I think Hook is secretly in love with Matt White, because if you have noticed, he gives Matt White...
We love you, Matt White.
He always gives Matt White a shout-out. Matt, I'm just fucking with you. Matt, actually, I work with Matt now. He works at my job, so I see him. I see him every night at work, so it's funny. But Matt White, yeah, I think Hook, I don't know if you're interested. I can connect you guys. Just let me know. I got another one.
Hey guys, it's Matt White. Would be LazyMatt1276, my Xbox gamer tag. And I just wanted to thank you, Brink of Eternity on Xbox Live. You and your wife were awesome for sending me this gift. I really appreciate it. Now I actually get to play Destiny with you guys. Yes, thank you.
So Brink pulled somebody into the cult.
Hey, Matt, you're welcome, man.
I think it was a before and after message. I think the second one was after the fact that Brink actually bought. So if anybody wants a game, anybody wants Brink to buy them shit, send us a message because Brink will buy you guys shit. He won't buy me shit, but
You know, when I get that feeling, I need sexual healing.
Brink loves Destiny so much that he'll buy it for somebody else. So play with it.
It didn't have to be Destiny, you know. I just thought it'd be a nice thing to do.
Did you play with Matt?
No, I haven't played with him yet.
Matt was asking me if I wanted to buy
Oh,
Destiny.
Matt, by the way, I forgot. I've quit Destiny.
He asked me if I wanted to buy Destiny. He said a brand new copy unopened. $20.
What? That's messed up, dude.
I told him 15. He's on his way over right now.
Yeah.
I hope he gets enjoyment out of it. Destiny is a fun game to get into. It's,
mint condition, fresh copy from Amazon.
Okay, so let's go.
Do what you want with it, Matt. If you want to sell it, by all means, man.
Nah, Matt, I'll keep dibs on it, man. I'll fucking pay attention, dude. If I see that shit on Craigslist, trust me, man. I'm in the same local Craigslist. I'll whoop his ass, dude.
There's only a 50% chance I'll fly out there and break your kneecaps. So.
I'm not gonna do it for. I don't want to break no kneecaps. You'll have to hire somebody else.
Tanya Harding.
Okay, so let's get into our community questions.
Come into the questions.
Paul LePage, he says, do you think season passes for games are getting out of hand? With the recent news of Batman Arkham Knight season pass costing $40 and a bullshit £32.99 here in the UK. For 6 pieces of DLC over 6 months, do you think publishers are just using these passes as a license to print money?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Capital Y, yes.
For a single-player game, a $40 season pass is crazy. The crazy part about it was, I know IGN was trying to reach out to him for a while, and they wouldn't even give the information on what content that was. They kept bugging him, and I guess the internet had a big uproar over like, what's in this fucking pass for $40? And they finally released some of the info, but $40, dude, that's almost the price of the game.
It's steep as fuck. I mean, the pre-order option over here in New Zealand, I can't remember what statue you get, but here in New Zealand that costs, I think it's $199 for the game and the statue, and I guess a season pass. I mean, those prices are ridiculous. The Witcher 3 is $229 for a fucking game.
My roommate, he pre-ordered that one. The Witcher in US it's $150.
Yeah. My friend in Australia, he's pre-ordered The Witcher 3 and he's okay with it. It's fine, but Jesus, $200 for a game. My goodness.
God.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and really, it's just the pre-ordering aspect of it that is ruining it. Because if you just release the game to us, you have to sell us a complete full game and make us want to buy it. And then later, you can tell us what DLC there is and make us want to buy that too. But when you're giving us the opportunity to pre-order that DLC, you can sell us a half-assed game in this DLC in advance, and so it doesn't matter. We're going to buy it either way, and that's bullshit.
Witcher 3, I mean, the pre-order thing is ridiculous, but the DLC plan is cool. I mean, the DLC is free. I imagine they'll have game add-on, which is not DLC. They're defining DLC as skins, armor, things for your horse. I assume it's for your horse. They consider that stuff just a game add-on, so they're not charging for that DLC. And I like that concept. I don't mind paying a couple of dollars for, say, a Wolfenstein type thing. I mean, I paid $25 for that maybe. I have no problem with that at all, because that's a standalone game that's 8 to 10 hours of game, good time gaming. But it's those Battlefield type things where you say buy the season pass and you'll get 5 maps and 2 guns and new shoes and shoelaces and things for your fingernails and crappy things like that. Why would you want to pay for that?
Or, for example, Destiny, where they advertise a specific game experience, and then the final product is missing half of that, and then you find out that the DLC season pass includes that gaming experience you were advertised in the first place, and that all it is pieces of the map that was locked out, and now it's being sold back to you. That's atrocious.
That is terrible. I hadn't heard of that.
I hate any DLC that it doesn't have a download size. Like it's just gigabytes or kilobytes. If it's just like a couple kilobytes for to unlock something, I can't stand it, man. Just make me feel like I'm doing something by downloading whatever it is.
Yeah, don't give me a kegabyte.
Kilobyte.
Give me a megabyte, bitch.
Yeah. Give me a megabyte. Whatever it is. You guys know, man.
3 gigabytes.
Every week.
You're like, that ain't even a thing.
Every week you fuck up a word and you name our show. I am so awesome at that.
I don't name a show, but I do fuck up words all the time.
No, this show's going to be called Gigabytes.
Gigabyte.
What's Witcher, like 300,000 gigabytes?
So check it out. Here's a couple DLC season passes that I stand behind. BioShock Infinite, it was $20, and you got 2 like $15 standalone or like little DLC expansions, which were really good stories, and they both stand alone on their own pretty well. And plus, you got that arena thing for like $5. That was a good season pass. You know, like $20 is nothing.
Well, I mean, like how many gigabytes was each of those?
Did Brink leave, or is he still talking? Gears of War Judgment, that was $20, dude, for their season pass, which I stood behind that. And I actually went back after I played a couple hours of the multiplayer because I loved it that much. I went and bought it. The funny thing is I never actually played any of those maps, but I bought that season pass.
Ubisoft often do really good DLC packs. I mean, the DLC is usually worth it. Yeah, it's the same in that same category. Mm.
Unless you buy Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive was my #1 game of last year, and I almost bought the season pass. But after those DLCs came out and they were an hour to an hour and a half each, it's like at that point you're just getting ripped off. I mean,
yeah, that's bullshit.
I feel like $20 for a season pass, and not just a season. I'm talking about the life of the game. That is an appropriate price when you're pre-ordering. Spend an extra $20 and get all the DLC for the life of the game.
So long as the DLC is worth it. I mean, that 1 hour add-on like Sunset did, that's kind of crappy.
And that's
another game.
Very true.
Another game did that too. I can't remember what it is right now, but the DLC was always 1 to 2 hours. I think even Assassin's Creed early stuff was quite crappy. But
Saints Row does that super short DLC.
Do they?
Well, in Destiny, it was $20 for the season pass, but guess what? That season pass is literally just a season. It only includes the first 2 DLCs, and then you have to buy another season pass to get the next season's worth of DLC.
Mass Effect too, actually. Mass Effect, just in general, the DLCs were normally 30 minutes to 60 minutes, and you're paying quite a bit for their DLC.
Some of them were a little longer, but yeah, you're right.
Somewhat.
What about the one with that character that was like a pretty like prime thing to the story, and you had to buy the season pass at day 1, the Prothean or whatever his name.
They add him to your fire team.
That was kind of shitty.
He was awesome though. He was well worth the money.
He was awesome, and that mission was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No, we can't bring Mass Effect into this. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want
Mass
to.
Effect is exempt.
Fair enough. We'll go with that. That's a good theory.
All right. Yeah. Here's the exception for me. And it totally contradicts what I just said. Battlefield Premium is the cost of Battlefield, $60. But here's the thing. I was super pissed about it when I first got it, but a year and a half later, when I'm still getting new content that makes the game fresh for me all over again, suddenly it's worth it.
But they delivered on what they promised. They said, didn't they say something like 6 DLCs, including maps and blah, 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 blah.
Tons of DLC.
Yeah, they delivered on what they said. And what you're saying about Destiny before, they didn't deliver on what they promised.
Yeah.
You're talking about Battlefield 4?
Yeah, Battlefield 4. Every week you're getting new battle packs, you're getting new unlocks, new camos, on top of the freaking tons of different new map packs they've released and are still releasing. They're saying that even the next ones, they're going to release even more and they're just going to be free, which is pretty cool.
I'm too scared to go back into Battlefield because I haven't been in there for 6 months, and I know that I'm just going to be spending 2 weeks unlocking fucking cases.
Yeah.
There's shitloads of stuff I need to get, and I don't want to do that.
That game has so much shit going on.
Battlefield 4 was a masterpiece, dude. I mean, when you compare it to something like Call of Duty, where you just get a couple maps, and they're very small maps, I mean, there's not a lot going on. If you compare it to Hardline, which is, a very stripped-down version of Battlefield. Battlefield 4 is so packed full of shit, man. I mean, it's try running from one end of the map to the other end. It's gonna take you fucking 20 minutes, man.
There's a lot of longevity to Battlefield 4. They didn't get everything right in that game, but people are still playing it. I mean, Hardline's come out, but people are still going back and playing Battlefield 4.
It's a damn good game, and there's still new stuff coming out for it.
Okay,
they've done so much work to it. They've listened to all the feedback from the community and said, we're going to fix this, and they have. They've been working on it nonstop, tirelessly ever since it launched, and that's great. Many developers would just say, fuck you, we're just going to make this new game, buy it now. And they didn't say that. They said, no, we're going to make this right.
And I don't think they've repeated their mistakes in Hardline, have they? Hardline, for all intents and purposes, is a pretty good multiplayer game.
Well, Hardline's technically a different developer, and they had all the fixes that DICE had already put in place that they could use for their game, which kind of made it a smoother launch. Still, it did launch pretty smooth.
I think Battlefield Hardline really sold over 1 million copies.
And everybody was expecting that to crap out like 4 did, but it seems to have held pretty strong.
That's nothing. 1 million copies for a game like Battlefield?
Yeah, it's not great, but I don't think people were ready for it. The people are still getting a lot out of Battlefield 4.
Really, just 1 million?
I'm trying to look right now. I think it was like 1.5 million or something, but
doesn't seem right. But
that's nothing, dude.
I think they sold more Wii U's than that.
Yeah, Wii U has like 8 million or 9 million or something. PS4 is up to like 23 million. It's crazy.
That's insane. Hey, good for PS4. That's fucking awesome.
24 million people.
Yeah,
console getting an image of it.
A bit of an Xbox fanboy, but goddamn, congratulations, Sony. That's amazing. I totally want a PS4. I'm gonna get one.
I don't see the numbers here, but it says EA is very happy with the overall sales of Battlefield Hardline.
That's a cop out. They didn't sell shit.
Yeah,
that's like Microsoft saying we're very happy. We totally sold a bunch and stuff.
Well, check it out.
They're going to give you the numbers.
They don't even say numbers. Well, in this article on GameSpot, they don't even say numbers, but they do say how many million sessions were played.
Oh yeah, it's that shit, huh? How many dead bodies are there?
It says 30 million sessions and playing for 2 billion minutes in the last quarter. So
what? They must have sold so many.
Yeah, there's no numbers. But yeah, so let's get off of Battlefield. Brandon Lloyd, our favorite.
Brandon Lloyd.
What is it called?
Brandon Lloyd.
Porta Potty Buddy. Mr. Porta Potts himself.
Yeah.
He says, "What are your thoughts on having sex on top of a unicorn, a la Witcher 3? It's a dream come true for me. Thank you, video games."
Okay, I guess I'll just go first since I already said and for me, I'm kind of worried because I feel like we've been hearing a lot about The Witcher and sex lately, and to me that sort of seems like a bit of a cop-out. Like, our game is not as good as we want it to be, but look at all the sex you can have. Hey, little kiddies who have never stuck it through the hot dog down the hallway, look, you can do it in our game. Look at this girly, and she's on a unicorn, and come have some sex, buy our game. And to me, that makes me worried. I feel like it's sort of like they're not very confident, so they're advertising all this sex, and it's just kind of weird. to have this game advertising all this sex. But yes, obviously having sex on a unicorn is freaking awesome. And that's it.
I'm not a big advocate of sex in games. I don't really.
It's creepy.
It's a bit weird. You kind of. The scene starts and the wife walks in and it's like, ooh, what?
Honey, oh my god! Input. And then you forgot you were watching Skinamax, so you press input and it switches to Skinamax, and now it's even worse.
Or it jumps into first person mode. It's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. But,
you actually hit right trigger, you reach out and grab her butt, like in GTA.
Yeah, I was always walking in GTA, but at least my wife expected bullshit in that game, I suppose. But there was sex in Witcher 2 as well. So, and in fairness, I think there was only one scene, and this may only be one scene in the game, but it just seems to be getting a lot of airtime, and then Conan comes out and does his Witcher 3 hunting for sex thing. Yeah. I don't think it's a reflection on the game, personally.
I hope not.
I think it sounds very dangerous. I've never ridden a horse. I couldn't imagine having sex on a horse that has a horn and magical powers. It seems like dangerous. Oh, we got to move through these quick because we're approaching like 3 hours on our YouTube stream again. I don't know if it's going to cause problems.
Nah, we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
Don't worry about it.
Six on a unicorn probably deserves casual play.
Okay.
Do we really need this sex in games? It's awkward.
I don't know.
I understand if it's done sort of tastefully. Like, for example, in the best game ever made, Mass Effect, you can have sex, but there's no real nudity. It's just implied. They're basically still clothed and they lay on each other, and you're like, yeah, bro, just had sex. But in like The Witcher, there's some naked sex action. It's like it goes suddenly from a Saturday afternoon Lifetime original to like Spartacus, where there's just things flopping all over the place, and now it's real.
Isn't that a stud though? Isn't that dude supposed to be like a stud? Isn't he like that's his thing, man? Right?
Well, the scene that they're portraying is between him and Yennefer, who
Yennefer, yeah, it's American.
Yeah. It's actually spelled Yennefer, so it is actually Yennefer. I'm pretty sure. But they are a couple, I believe. They're a couple in Witcher 2, and they have that game opens with them having sex. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be this one-off thing that we see maybe twice in Witcher 3, because it does start off.
No, Witcher 3 is supposed to be like 16 hours of sex in there.
Oh my god! It just makes me feel not uncomfortable, but it's just like, really, just because I get to the scene and I know there's hundreds of thousands of teenage boys masturbating to this scene that is in front of me, and it's weird for me. I'd rather just skip through it personally.
It says CD Projekt Red explains hold on. It contains 16 hours of sex scene motion capture.
Oh my god. What? They motion captured that?
Yes.
Oh my lord. They probably watched Vanilla Sky like 100 times and just captured it.
It's not 16 hours of in-game sex.
No, I think it's sexual innuendo they may be talking about.
No, he's saying it says it contains 16 hours of sex scene motion capture data.
Okay, so they just watched Pornhub for 16 hours.
So is that like the director getting off? Like, yeah, let's make him do it for 16 hours. It's gonna be fun.
It's weird, man. Why are they trying so hard to sell this game on sex? Why can't they sell it on graphics? Sell it on action. Sell it on awesome enemies. Sell it on really good AI. Sell it on all these things. If this game sucks balls but has epic sex scenes, I'm not interested.
They're not. It's not CD Projekt Red going out and going, look at our sex, look at our sex. It's GameSpot and IGN seeing it and hearing about it and then making a story out of it.
That's what it has become.
It's kind of like when you watch the news in your own neighborhood, you hear about the rapes and the kills and the car accidents, but your city is not all about that. It's just because that's what attracts people. So.
Yeah, but it seems that they're running with it. They're not saying, well, look at this video of this awesome fight scene with this monster where you have these sweet-ass skills. You're not seeing that. All we're seeing is more and more sex scenes.
If you ask me, 16 hours isn't enough. Maybe for a day worth of gameplay, I could do 16 hours of sex scenes, but it's not enough. We need more. We need more unicorns. I want to have sex on a beast. I want to have sex in a coffin, buried underground, buried alive. That would be interesting.
Well, there's some people who think anytime a man has sex with a woman, that woman is technically being raped. So that means this game is about rape.
Jesus. Well, that went weird.
That went really weird. We're going to edit that part out. If you heard that, it means we didn't edit it out.
It's true. I'm dead serious. There are people who believe that.
Okay.
Even married couples.
Well, for me and Brandon speaking, it's our dream come true.
All right. Well, to each their own. If I want to have sex on a unicorn, I'll buy a big-ass stuffed unicorn and have sex on it.
Jeez,
I don't have to do that in a video game.
That could get weird. All of us only, let's not go down that path. Next.
Okay, so Kyle Wilkie, Mr. Wilkes himself, he says, "Will Splatoon be worth buying? Will Splatoon be worth buying as a Wii U exclusive?" I think, me personally, you guys probably don't even know what that is. I think it looks kind of fun. Okay, they put out a demo a couple days ago. You can download it. Tell me if they went about this the right way. Here's our demo. Go ahead and download it from eShop. You go and download it. It says there's 3 specific times you're allowed to play this game.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. I'm looking up the times. Demo time. Just so you guys can hear how stupid this is.
This is already too much.
I had to go look this game up, and it looks stupid.
It looks super fun. But I forgot about. Okay, here it is. You download it, and then on Saturday, May 9th, you can play this game. This is the times you can play him. 4 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Really?
12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Oh, God. I'll be at 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., bro. I mean, that's when I'm rearing to play some games.
Yeah.
You're talking about server overloads. Like, you could play this game for 1 hour during this specific time. Like, what is Nintendo thinking? You're not going to attract anybody. I was going to try the 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. today, and I forgot about it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And now if that's the only chance I get to play a demo, that's the only chance I could ever have to get sucked into that game to even be interested into buying it.
It's an interesting sales strategy that will probably fail.
I mean, that's kind of how I felt about the Fable Legends beta, the closed beta, because I'll get an email and it'll be like, your group is eligible to play the beta on Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. for like an hour. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be working, and like that's not good for me at all. Why can't... It's just weird that they do things like that.
It seems Nintendo also does those demos where you get like 15 plays, so every time you play it, it's 14, 13. You know, it counts down, so you can't do the demo anymore. Like, why do they even cut it off? Like, whatever. I think it looks fun. I think it looks fun for a multiplayer game. I'm not sure I won't even get into it and play. I mean, they're probably not going to have voice chat. It's going to be all that same Nintendo shit. Like, but I saw it on my Wii U, and I'll be looking forward to playing Zelda. But it does look like a cool game. If you're interested in that, Kyle, I'm pretty sure you'll like it, because it seems like it'd be a fun thing. Simple fun. They take all the violence out of shooting people and just make it into ink. If that makes it any better, you're still shooting people. Whatever. Okay. Rebecca Bodin. Bodin? Is it Bodin? Bleh, bleh, bleh. Rebecca Bleh.
Yeah.
How many games have you 1K'd, and what are they? Which are you most proud of? I'll start with saying 0. I've never 1K'd a game, and so I can't be proud of any of them.
Not a single one ever?
Nope.
Not one.
Let me think. No.
Not even.
I fully completed the achievement list on Child of Light and
So you.
Something else, but it wasn't 1K.
I'll give you a 1K for that. How many gamer score was that worth? You did every achievement they had.
It was trophies.
You did every trophy they had.
Yeah, but it wasn't that many.
Okay,
I think on the X, it wasn't like 1,000.
It's okay, man. We can't. We can't.
Blood Dragon. I did Blood Dragon as well, but that wasn't 1K either.
Yeah, those were worth like 500, weren't they?
Yeah, I think
the
so.
Xbox Live Arcade style games.
No, 400.
You would have probably won. You would have probably 1K'd the Telltale games.
Oh yeah, I mean you automatically get those. Do you guys remember when it was a big deal to go from the arcade games to go from 200 to 400?
No.
You remember? They were always 200, and then they doubled it to 400.
They've actually the gamer score on Xbox One and I'm assuming on PlayStation, you do get points a lot easier these days. You get a lot more points for like an achievement that used to be worth 5 points is now worth something like 25 points. You do get a lot more points these days.
Unless it's Tomb Raider and it says do not miss any conversational choices you have, and you get 5 points. What the hell, man? You know how hard it is to make sure I hit every single one?
Play Tomb Raider for 600,000 hours. 5 gamer score.
There are some pretty stupid ones too.
There's only 2 I'm missing on. 2 of them I missed on the 360. It's like killing so many people with the turrets in multiplayer and getting to level 60. Those are only 2, I think.
Well, all right. I got my list up here. First off, I have not 1K'd a single game on Xbox One. I've gotten into the 900s, but I just haven't cared as much this gen as I did last gen, which I didn't even care a lot last gen, but there were a few games where I was like, I want to 1K this. And those games you probably won't be surprised when you hear them. There's not a lot of them. There is Battlefield Bad Company 2, Call of Duty World at War, Borderlands 2. Let's see. Scrolling. Oh, here we go. Halo 3. Fallout 3. And most of these, by the way, have gotten DLC since then, so I've not fully completed them. I just have over 1,000. My only true 1K, I think, that never got more DLC, that's just 1,000 out of 1,000, is probably Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. There's Mass Effect 2. Borderlands, the first Borderlands. Clive Barker's Jericho. Did you guys ever play that game?
Mm-mm.
It's a first-person shooter. You control your squad. It's like a horror-style game. Really? Have you heard of it? You haven't played it?
Yeah, I never played it, but I heard about it.
It was actually surprisingly good, and it was real easy to 1K. So I 1K'd the shit out of it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I honestly think that is that's pretty much it, guys. So what, maybe 5 or 6 games? Yeah, that's it for me.
I'm about the same. I haven't 1K'd a lot. Full games, I did probably most proud of Far Cry 4, even though it's not quite 100 just now, but it was. That would be the one I was most happy with. And I also did Oblivion.
Oh, wow, man, congrats. Oblivion, that's huge, man.
Yeah, I managed to do that. I don't remember doing it, but I did manage to 1K it.
That's a beast of a game.
So I'd probably be more proud of that one, I suppose, but I'm most happy with Far Cry 4, and I 1K'd Murdered Soul Suspects as well, which is an easy 1,000 if you play through it and get all the collectibles. But yeah, I don't 1K a lot of games myself. I kind of get distracted. It takes a lot of effort to put in, as we were talking about earlier, to put into getting those. I mean, I had all the ambition of 1K'ing a Lego game, but I got shafted. So 1K'ing isn't my go-to thing. Just finishing and getting all the achievements that I want to get.
Okay, so and Mr. Lloyd of Brandon says Avatar, 100. It says
Yeah, I keep hearing
says
it. These are easy ones.
1,000K, but you probably meant 1K. It says 1,000K in 30 seconds, but you probably meant 100K 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Or
I hear
1K.
it's pretty easy.
Sorry.
It's still a hopeless game. Next.
And that's it, man. That's it. That's our
Some
show
of
for
the
this week.
least caved games. Red Dead Redemption, 10 gamer score.
That's fucked up. That offends me.
Fuck that game. Modern Warfare 2 or 3 is like 65 gamer score.
I have a lot of games like that. Sort of start playing them and then you sort of, no, fuck it.
007 Reloaded. Remember that?
Nope.
20 gamer score. Yep. Shift 2 Unleashed, 25. Yeah, I think that's my least is Red Dead Redemption. 10 gamer score. My least cave game, that's not a 0.
Yeah. So that's our show for this week. Good night.
So,
What? That's not how it's supposed to end.
I already cut it off. Sorry.
For real?
No, I didn't. But yeah, that is our show. That's all our questions. Thanks, guys, for dropping us questions. We really do appreciate it. If you guys want to send us some interesting questions that might spark a cool conversation, do that, man. We'd appreciate that.
not that we didn't just get some interesting questions from Paul and Rebecca and Brandon.
No, I mean deep, crazy. No, yeah, you guys, thank you, but I mean stupid questions, intentionally stupid questions. Great.
You can ask personal questions. We might not give you a real answer.
Oh, by the way,
Pretty personal.
But by the way, before we go, have you guys seen this footage of Project Cars? Man, that fucking game looks insane.
It's not getting a lot of reviews or anything. It's not. I'm not hearing a lot about it.
Yeah, the reviews just came out.
Foundry video, and everybody's saying how it looks like nutsack.
It just came. No, it looks like you're watching a video of an actual race.
Any car game is going to have a hard time in the market at the moment.
Yeah, so it comes out. That game will come out this coming Tuesday, the 12th. But reviews are already out, so it looks pretty good too. Reviews are looking good, and it comes out next week. Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD remaster on PS4 comes out. Axiom version on the PC, and some game called Blues and Bullets for the X1. You know those crazy Xbox One games that are supposed to come out? One of those.
I'm just looking forward to 2 weeks when we get our sex simulator game.
It'll be fun. Shadow of Mordor is releasing the Game of the Year edition too very shortly. Lifeless Planet is a interesting looking game as well.
You think they'll make a new Lost Planet? That'd be cool.
Lifeless Planet does look pretty cool. And by the way, guys, I do not think rape is funny. I do not think
oh my god.
Just to clear that up, dude, it is not funny. Okay, so yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Sure said it was funny.
Thanks for getting this far in a super long ass freaking show again. Join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/horrible gamers. Drop us a voicemail at 504-475-4497. Email us at horriblegamerspodcast@gmail.com. Find us on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at horriblegamers. We just barely started getting the Twitter thing rolling, and I try to stay active in tweets every day. So
try.
I have so far. Every day I've put a tweet out. So follow us on there, man. Let's get started. Right now we have 50 something followers because we did not use that thing for a year. It's kind of whack.
We'll get there.
Yep. Thank you. I'm Sean. They call me Imes on everything, every platform, even Twitter. Thank you.
Ruby Eternity spelled out sounds and stuff, and that's find me in places. Cause
I agree. King of Z, same thing. I'm around somewhere, mostly on Xbox. I'll probably ignore you though. Not personal. Good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. Stop broadcast.